with us and Mr. Let's go. Yeah, my team's so heinous. We only tryna be rich, we ain't do this for fame shit. I know a couple niggas money speak different language. I come so educated like I studied at Cambridge. I came such a long ways as hide and seek in the basement. Tree rolled up, I put a nug in the hookah. Blowing down the cushion, look like I played a tuba. Stacking up my funds, I just might move to Aruba. She got the waterworks, I'm diving in like I scuba. Hire money too. The easy route. Young Avenger called me Odin son. I brought the hammer out. Got the people going crazy off the shit that I say. You need shots, I come clutch. I feel like Game 6 Clay. I've been getting it. Y'all still trying to figure out how to get bread.
Shout out to the mini face god. Tyron Love. You already know what it is. I told you I was gonna play your record, nigga. This is that Jules freestyle.
Caught me in my rookie season, but I'm Luka Doncic.
It's going on all streaming platforms. Mini face god.
Pulling corpses out the closet. Too clean, pop my claws like Wolverine. Niggas is pussy, no backbone or spleen. Speaking money, niggas like y'all mean. I'm on some old school shit. A nigga only want cream. Too lean, I'm feeling like a hearty breakfast. Kill another rapper, X his name up off my checklist. Cover what's yours, gotta protect what's precious. Like walking in strange hoods, you gotta tuck your necklace. Y'all niggas perpetrate something fierce. More pump fakes than Paul Pierce. Y'all bringing me real tears. I'm making it real clear. This finna be my year. Collecting body parts with the tracks. I
that nigga D Wade.
Like you really have you thinking that you've seen it all.
Yeah, 2K video that came out of him.
Oh, yeah.
He went like he got Tourette's when he do his shit. He like,
but I kept swimming one and break the
I was like, the nigga was like,
my feet planted. I'm trying to be a staple in the culture.
and he always get the nigga too.
The carcass for the vultures.
Once I told you soon, I remember that just as if it's all in my home.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the
What's good, Gino?
and the tyranny.
Hey, what up, Gino?
Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon
What fiction?
And I will strike upon thee.
Was that man's not hot? Boop bop boop bop. Man's not hot.
Nah, it's just a multitude of just gun sounds that I think Westside Gun would not use.
A lot of
Nah,
guns.
this is my boy Mini Face God, man. It's Jules freestyle, you know, Jules Pulp Fiction. But dope shit, man. We definitely gonna be trying to play more of our well, not just our friends' music, but local artists, more so, you know what I'm saying, people that's on the underground too, not just the mainstream shit too, man. When we talk about we really love music, we really do love music. You know what I'm saying?
People that's trying to grab that brass ring.
Hell yeah. Spicy Sue in the building.
His aggressiveness is gonna make me uncomfortable.
I like to put emphasis on bad words like bitch and fuck.
Like, bitch. Oh, nah, this nigga here. Welcome to the Get Your Bars On Pod.
I told you this nigga's got me.
I am one of your hosts, Los, the host with the most, aka Mr. DMM. Partner to my left, my right. Listen, the way this is set up, it's like I'm pointing this way, but you're over here.
You have been now looking for the millions
Oh, this nigga here.
of big GYBO fans coming in tune for another week of craziness, man. What's good, man? It's my boy DZ birthday, man.
Happy birthday, dog.
It is, man. We're having a little birthday pod today. But shout out to everybody that's in the world, man, going through wherever they're going through, listening, stressing, trying to find out what they're going to do for the next day, how they still going to be able to live throughout this pandemic. They didn't get their vaccination yet because they don't know the information on it. Man, it's so vaccinated. Hey, he been back. I still haven't been vaccinated yet. So I'm one of them.
I'm double vaxxed.
Shout out to everybody that's just getting through life the way they can, man, right now, man. It's about to get hot outside. People is ready to start living their lives for real. And you know what I'm saying? Just peace into y'all paths right now, man. But hopefully that path leads y'all here to Get Your Bars Off podcast, man. But let's start this shit off with another podcast and their whole situation going on right now, the JVP podcast.
R.I.P.
I mean, obviously,
I wouldn't say that
fans
just
of
yet.
the show, just as fans of the show and all that stuff, we've just been following the situations and just the podcast where they're explaining what's going on, why they're breaking up, all of that nature. Like I said, with them being such an important, vital piece in culture right now, hip hop culture, music culture, black culture, whatever you want to call it. They've been a vital piece in that in this past couple years. So just seeing this fallout right now is very I feel like it's a big learning experience right now. I think it's very telling to some of the people who we've been watching for so long and just seeing them and behind the camera and not really hearing about things that goes on beyond the camera, even though that's not really per se our business. But when sometimes you see inconsistencies in certain things, you kind of got to see what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think all of that, from the Return podcast to the therapy, like I said, the therapy podcast to the recent Joe podcast.
That one was a little telling too.
It was going back now. A lot of it was telling. You know what I'm saying? But from there to Joe's rants or whatever you want to call it, Rory and Mal's response, and even Olivia Dope and what's going on with her situation from See the Thing, and all of this combined right now is I'll just say, be honest, it sucks. I feel like as a fan, I feel like I'm just kind of am I being played? Like I don't know. Not saying it
no, I feel you, because the fact that they was off, and then
it's not. It's just the narratives.
That's what Joe does, though.
True, but then again, it's not that. I get you can spin some things, though. It's all about your delivery too, though. Like, some people delivery might not be the same as everybody else's. True. So I when you start putting it all right, like I said, the narrative. Thank you, Jim. Like you said, you want to see these contracts at this point. Now to get cut straight to the point. I have to see these contracts now. I think the people should at least see these contracts so we can at least know, or even if we don't got to see the contracts, take the time out to learn some of the verbiage that we were hearing from these contracts, profit partners, and
I think that part right there, Joe left that part out conveniently.
Well, that's the thing. Well, like I said, we had that. We also had his Instagram live response to Rory and Mal, where he was rebuttaling to certain things that he felt was able to be talked about on an Instagram live. You know what I'm saying? Respectable to it, especially coming off how people reacted to a lot of things he was saying on the pod. But he wasn't really explaining what he just pretty much down with a lot of things that they said. He said, they said that we are profit partners. He said, not really, depending on if they really look at the contracts. He was pretty much doing that. But just to go from in chronological order, let's just start with the Rory and Mal response. And I've spoken up so far. I mean, you want to give your thoughts? What was your takeaways from it?
I think personally, I don't think they have anything to gain from this whole ordeal. So I mean, as far as who do you want to believe, I think both sides make good points, each equally. I think, but Joe is looking like a clown right now, respectfully. Like the way Rory and Mal, the way they broke him down, they broke his character down, and the whole time they were making it very clear they still had love for him, and they weren't assassinating his character. They were just talking from a place of hurt. That's all it was. The $400,000 ghost expense that came out of nowhere,
yes, you can say, like I said, some of the stuff was explained. So that's what I'm saying. If we're gonna say that, we gotta make sure what we was told after. Like I said, he said that was from the Spotify advances and shit like that. So it's, I mean, like I said, I don't know the ins and outs, but if they saying that they gave them an advance and for some way it was taken out, or I don't know. Like I said, we got to start seeing. It's like I said, I'm only going by the information coming out. And one question is lingering. What's the then that it gets answered some way, to some sorts. You know what I'm saying? Now, if something comes else retorting against that, I gotta go by what, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go with the flow, for lack of a better term.
It's wild to see Mal going this. I mean, I'm not gonna say hard, but it's wild to see Mal going at Joe. But I mean, it's warranted because how, like I said this shit from the beginning, handle this shit privately. Mal said, like, yo, Mal said it in the rebuttal. He was like, yo, all you had to do was speak to me, talk to me in private. Don't do this shit. Like, I get the business side, but you're not gonna assassinate my character in front of thousands and thousands of people. You're not doing that.
I agree with that. But that's why I go and say, like I said, I did say on the last podcast, and I do think me, like, listening back, kind of, sort of, I was like, I felt like at points I was taking sides, and I really didn't want to do that because I kept reiterating I want to wait till both sides come out to really assess the situation. And now that it has, I do feel like, you know what I'm saying, I took a jump on too quickly. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like I understood points that he was making. You know what I'm saying? And he did. I'm not gonna take away. Joe made good points in that joint. He did. You know what I'm saying?
He owns the IP.
I feel like I looked at it and I was like, once I hear it from their side of the story, you know what I'm saying, and I can assess it for myself, I feel a little slightly different. Now I feel like I could be man enough to say that. You know what I'm saying?
He owns the IP. Nothing is gonna get past him because he owns the IP.
They respect that though. But they respect that though. And if it's mutually respected that he is the face of it, you know what I'm saying, we can nip that in the bud. Now I think it goes to where we're looking at it where it's like, okay, now that we know he's the brand, what actually got this shit to where it's at now? You know what I'm saying?
Niggas, because before them two niggas, who was it? Marissa, Rosenberg, like, I'll name this podcast later, was a good show, but it wasn't the Joe Budden podcast with Rory and Mal. It definitely was not.
Let's keep it tall, because even everybody knows this shit. If you're a real fan of this shit, everybody knows it. We all love Rory, but the shit did not get popping until Mal got it.
Exactly. Till Mal got it. Episode 77.
We as like niggas like me, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth, like niggas who are just laid back, niggas who like to listen to music, talking, you know what I'm saying?
Mal was a regular dude.
He was that addition to it where it's just not just industry talk and, like, you know what I'm saying, messy shit. Like, he added a sense of like,
wow, because his lineage, knowing his lineage, he's not a regular dude.
I mean, he's not, but he is. If you think about the lineage of the niggas that come from that lineage, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you think about Biggs, if you think about, like, these are not niggas who have to be the face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Most niggas didn't even know who Biggs was until he came back from jail. Like,
he was a silent partner. You
feel me? Like, so I could understand that. And it's like, I understand why he felt at this time.
Question.
Got to get this shit off now.
Do you think with the departure of Rory and Mal, this has ruined some industry relationships for Joe? The Hoves, the Drakes, the Reasons. Do you think that might have stopped that for Joe?
Me personally, I feel like if anything stopped his relationships from before, it was the Charlemagne thing. Because that's what really brought it to light. And, like, I hate to
just talking spice on the breakfast
and bring that.
Well, I feel like, if anything, I feel like this situation will have people spin back and go watch that again and bring it back to light.
Last podcast, when you were saying that, like, I'm not gonna say you was more so on Joe's side, but you was playing devil's advocate. But it was more so like, like, it made me think about the Charlemagne joint. Like, he was like, he's his own worst enemy. Like, he really be like,
didn't Charlemagne break that down to them? Like, to Rory?
I mean, once again, though, I still don't think you should fault somebody's past for what they're doing now, because obviously we seen Joe was progressing way crazier than he was back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way he was moving was totally like, Kevin Hart said, you talk about Kevin Hart, who he even respected his progression for what he was doing now with the podcast. So from what we were saying back then, what, you know what I'm saying, every album or something like that, he was drop music, whatever. This was different. You know what I'm saying? It was like, at this time, it was like, damn, yo, Joe might really do it. You know what I'm saying? And you seen it. You know what I'm saying?
His rebrand was nuts. It was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? He's helped, the drugs wasn't there anymore. Mm-hmm. He was coming into this with a clear-headed mind. You know what I'm saying? But when another drug gets put into a play, and it don't gotta be chemical.
Oh, shout out Marquetta. Ooh, shout out Marquetta.
Let me read some of the comments real quick. Let me just go up a little bit. I'm gonna see Gino has some good comments here too.
Shout out the JBP group.
Let's see. Gerard, what's good, Gerard? Ironic, Joe's no blah, blah, blah. Profit partner means that they gain a share of the profits depending on the percentage of that they've agreed for. Okay, we got that. Right. And for what we've seen, that they agreed on a lot of stuff, and
so they get a cut.
Actual verbal conversation. So, I mean, that could be a plus and a negative, because when for your homie, a verbal handshake is everything. You know what I'm saying? But when you get
if you busting it down
and as a crutch, you're like, oh well, it was. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't.
If you and your homie,
where you can use a verbal handshake. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying,
if your homie busting something down.
But this is a business. I still want to see what I'm making.
No, it's not about what I'm making. I'm talking about the profit partner agreement. You know what I'm saying? Where Rory's like, all right, I want a piece. No, whatever, cool. All right, well, let's become profit partners and all of that such. That was agreed upon apparently from
because they're busting down together. They're busting down a piece of the pie. Rory and Mal are basically busting down a piece of the pie together.
Right. But that piece of the pie is the net that Joe Budden Network brings in, or Joe Budden, whatever. The net that he brings in, they get a percentage of that. So they don't split nothing equally.
So what you saying, out of a pie chart, Joe get his slice.
The title is Joe's net, and then the pie is Rory and Mal. Like Joe got his net already.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So he got his slice already taken out, and then it's like everything else, including Rory and Mal expenses and pay.
Guess I don't know how to say it. From when I see it, as if our Cash App brings this over here, Patreon brings this over here, whoop-de-whoop, I got 30,000. You know what I'm saying? Net. You know what I'm saying? So in net, I believe net is what you actually bring home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, me being the face of the shit, I'm gonna get my cut out the way. I'm gonna get my good. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say out of 3, what's 100 divided by 3? I'm slow right now. And like 66 points.
33.33.
Some shit like that. But dividing into the threes, all that stuff, whoop de whoop, Joe's gonna get the majority out of it because he, you know what I'm saying, he's the foundation of the shit. You know what I'm saying? He's the face of the shit.
He gets the biggest slice. He gets the biggest slice because it's his entity.
I have to get that.
It's his entity.
But you know what I'm saying? But then the rest of it, they get that. But the thing is, from what we are hearing, they were cool with that. You know what I'm saying? For doing what they were doing, they were cool with the amount of money they were bringing in. It wasn't like they weren't getting no little chump change. That's why they dubbed the title did.
They were getting bread.
But it's not like they were getting chump change.
The thing with this is now, as you saying, is they got TLC.
No.
Because they was cool with that. And then they looked at it and they wasn't allowed to look at it. T-Boz and Chili looked at the shit like, oh, this ain't what
that's a little different.
No, they got robbed blind. That's different.
Yeah, that's manipulating young kids. You know what I'm saying? Same shit happened to New Edition, all of these groups.
Yeah, that's
men who had
they were victims. They were victims.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were victims.
I feel like Rory and Mal were just more so, if anything, verbiage and like just not privy to the ins and outs of what this contract really meant. You know what I'm saying? Basing a lot of things off, and like they said, they feel like they were naive in a lot of situations. And I feel like I could say this because they said it themselves, that, especially Rory, he said he was very naive in a lot of situations.
Question in the chat: is Rory and Mal entitled to the net off Joe's network or just the JVP?
I would say, if anything, just the JVP.
Yeah, because that's them. The network is Joe.
Like, you don't bring anything, you don't get anything off of the pull-ups, you don't get anything off the therapy show, you don't get anything off of See the Thing.
You saw the response.
1 year in Rapper with Charlamagne.
You saw the response. They said that they didn't know about the Patreon deal till they went on air. They found out on air about the Patreon deal.
Remember though, the Patreon deal was specific for Joe.
Just for him.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But they're under that umbrella. They're under that umbrella.
Huh?
They're under that umbrella though.
I mean, but no. If I want Steph Curry to come on to this tech brand, I don't need Clay and Draymond. I just want Curry.
Bro, if me and you get a deal on TNT and TNT signs you for an exclusive position, but our show is on TNT's umbrella, don't that make you my boss in a way?
No, not really. Because depending on my position, he's a position of what creator equity or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's a high position in Patreon.
Yeah, but that's if I'm a fucking cook and the motherfucker at the high position is the manager of the fucking engineers, like, that nigga ain't my fucking boss. Like,
Can we get to this comment?
let's see. Marquita Reed said, "I don't understand the need to hide the books. Just show them and talk to them. That solves everything. Or am I tripping?" I believe so. I believe so. He should. And I think watching like with Kevin Hart, his response to the situation and knowing that he does his podcast with his friends open also too, and we know Kevin Hart get bread. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they don't know he's not getting bread, but the fact that he still has the transparency is open to show. Like he was like, "Yo, it ain't no hidden doors over here. We know everything that goes on here." You know what I'm saying? And when you see that, like, and it's because most of us been watching, and listen, a lot of us. We watch podcasts, but a lot of us are watching the Joe Budden podcast like frequently, or some people that's the only podcast they watch. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But when you see just how some other group podcasts like this, like how they function as like actual moving, like they move together, even though like we know Kevin Hart is the face, but they move equally. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, maybe it's just how I look at it.
What podcast does Kevin Hart have?
What is it called? Fuck.
Podcast.
Heart. I forgot. But check out his response to the shit.
I'm surprised he chimed in.
Well, he felt he had to because it was good. At first, you would think it's like, oh yeah, he just hating or he just getting his shit off because Joe been hating on him for years, whatever. I mean, he's warranted for that too. But I did look at it, and he said too, it's a good learning experience also because just seeing that he has his group of friends on there also, and being in the position he has, he's not moving like that. And Kev came from the mud just like anybody else. You can't say Kev just got awarded anything. We remember that nigga from Paper Soldiers.
Right.
Like, come on. Like, he got the mud just like anybody else.
Bro, biggest solution in situations like this, when it's your friends, have that. I know for some groups of friends, that conversation could be uncomfortable, but you got to have it. You have to have that conversation before anything.
The thing is, I think they were having it. I just don't think certain terms were fully explained.
Break that shit down to somebody then. Like get somebody that knows it.
And they did. And when it's brought to the situation, Joe's getting offended.
That's true. He's screaming at them.
This is kind of, I see what they're saying now.
But Maul could be the nigga who know about it.
He don't. We can't say could. They don't know about it. We
gotta
go.
Thing.
We're going off the facts.
We know Joe know about it because Joe been in the biz. He been in the rap game.
But that's his own thing. But that was his own thing, though.
You can't be in a rap game and expect niggas who wasn't in the rap game to know about this.
Fact. Jared, fact. That's a fact.
Like, you can't say
that's a conversation he would have to have with his group.
Know the ins and outs.
But that's what I'm saying. What are you talking about? You saying Joe shouldn't expect him to?
He shouldn't expect Rory or Mal to know that.
But I think he wasn't expecting or expecting. He just was not even giving information. It was minimal, or it looked like the fucking Excel spreadsheet or email or some shit. And me from taking accounting classes.
Okay, my nigga. Okay.
No, not even that. I hate those shit. Excel, but you only practice or learn that shit on a fucking Excel sheet. If you're talking, and that's on a fucking entry level.
How is it supposed to be received?
You know what I'm saying?
Supposed to be received.
You got when you're talking books, my nigga. Like it's way deeper than just a fucking Excel spreadsheet, my nigga. Like, and like
the way Joe broke it down,
Excel spreadsheet right now, my nigga.
The way Joe broke it down was if he shows them the books, it's as if, and this is all Joe. This is his analogy. If he shows them the books, it's as if your girl is accusing you of cheating. You're not cheating, but you're like, I'm going to give you the phone and you're not going to find anything, but it ain't going to be the same after.
But you only feel that way if you see like, all right, when Maul said we did a 1500 show and a 2000 show and I got the same payout, that was something right there for me. I was that should not happen.
When he said that, Joe was like, I got these niggas wrapped around the building. And Maul was like, nigga, we got them wrapped around the building. You never had them wrapped around the building as a rapper.
And let's see,
that was a hard bar.
I feel like ego is taking a place into this because.
Which, I mean, what's happening to him now, I don't feel bad because it kind of is karma for what happened.
Like, I feel like it's this like, if what was I about to say? Actually, I almost forgot. I was reading the comment. My bad. What was I about to say? Shit.
This nigga Jared comment, fuck this nigga head up.
Yeah, bro. What was I about to say, dog? Oh no. The wrapped around the but it's ego.
Right,
ego,
Jared?
Ego. Shut up, newbie. Get your rookie ass down.
Shut up, Parks.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up, Savon.
No, that's Alex. He's Alex. He's screaming.
But no, I just think when ego comes into play, man, money and ego is some of the worst drugs outside fucking cocaine in the industry. Like for real, man. Like, and I feel like with a guy like Joe, who has been so I won't say conserved, but you look at Joe as like, and you think of rap as high school. Joe's the guy who, you know what I'm saying, he's a solid dude, but he got his own demons and shit that probably he, you know what I'm saying, projects, and people be like, that guy's a little weird. I don't know if he's a little different. He might be cool, but he's a little different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna like distance myself from him. You know what I'm saying? And I think as the distance grew from Joe and the I guess mainstream that he was kind of forced into, he grew a, you know what I'm saying? He grew a wall between himself and that. Now once that retires, whoop-de-whoop, Slaughterhouse gets a little popular, retires, whoop-de-whoop.
Shit, even the Slaughterhouse, they were touching on the crooked eye pull-up.
Yeah.
Contract.
Yeah, man. Like, and I'll get into those, but just seeing like how he grew from just the outside looking in guy, I don't want to be a part of this shit, to
guy on the inside
parties and buddy everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And hey, no slight on the glow up. If it's better for your mental, I'm with it all the way, bro.
But he's hurting his people around him though.
You know
He's changing.
But the thing is, if that change is good for you as your own, for your own stuff, from what you've been through, that's for yourself. But if it also is fucking up your friendships and your relationships, then you have to have that self-reflection.
Thanks, Jared. I feel that, Jared. Salute to Jared, man. I feel that. Because you don't want to short the next man. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to end up in this situation with your peoples. Ever.
Yeah, that's for real though. That's for real. And I think it's just when you have, it's so many, like I said, you gotta remember this is a dude who has so much fucking demons when it comes to business. Whereas like I can see why he would project the negativity onto others. Whereas like they don't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like we understand, yes, you've been fucked over so many times. And you fucked over others from what we see, just because you've been fucked over. Understandable.
You think he's doing that out of spite?
We're paying niggas for what they did to coke. We understand that, right? But when you get to another venture of business and you take all of the stuff that you learned from that and use it to help you guide you through here, and then you gain what you deserve or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Don't start doing what they did to you to the people under you, because you see that's how they move and that's how a boss. No, that's not how a boss
expect you to be.
And that's why I think a lot of people are really like more so saddened about. You know what I'm saying? Because
he became everything he hates. Everything he hates, he became it.
That's why I said last
he
pod.
became it.
That's why I said last pod.
He became it.
Oh, they say he became it. Like
God damn, the Cayman Islands.
Last pod, when I heard the snippet of why he felt.
But that's what I was saying. You got to
like that 2 minute snippet about.
You had to watch that whole joint though.
I did.
Okay, no.
You gotta watch Bootleg
just to see if I was right on that, and I was. Like, you can't change it from a business or a friendship standpoint. Like, you really can't. Like, there's no way to twist that. It's all on Joe, and I fuck with Joe, and I fuck with Rory Mal. But at the end of the day, I'm a regular ass person. I may never touch what Joe touched.
What they eat don't make their shit.
What they seen. And if Joe is right, I need to see more of that. Why didn't you let them see that as an employee to big businesses and not even as somebody?
But see, that's the thing too. Not to cut you off.
That.
I think that was the thing too. Understanding if these guys are employees or are they profit partners.
They're profit partners. Like they broke that down.
In his life says that's not what it says in the contract.
But
so that's what I'm saying. If we can't say not. If he said that on his mouth, I want to see the contract. If you say this, now I need to see the physical.
Because
I think the heartbreaking part is these are all friends, man. They got years together, man, and we're just seeing the friendship unravel in public, and that's the heartbreaking part about it, man.
But it's because of bad business at the end of the day. Bad business. Once you go in business with your friends, it's a whole nother world. You have to sometimes you got to strip things and look at each other as a human.
It got to be two sides,
right? Like I'm looking at you as a human, like you know what I'm saying, or not even as a person in business with me, like you know. At the end of the day, like you know, what I'm saying, we can still go kick it and do that thing, but we got to handle this first. You know what I'm saying? And I think at different times, when Rory wanted to handle certain things that had to do with business, Joe would look at like, yo, why are you doing that as a friend? Why are you doing that, or why are you doing that in the place that you are? You know what I'm saying? Where I guess, or maybe it's so Rory will be doing something as a friend and / partner, I guess, but just Joe will be looking at it at that sense as a business, in a business sense, and Rory didn't assess it as that. You know what I'm saying? As he would say, that's why I felt it's like we got it. Like I said, you got to fault him for that because like you didn't see it right there. If you didn't see it then, like you know what I'm saying, this would have been nipped in the bud early. You know what I'm saying? But not today.
How do you feel about Rory saying that Joe was, and I mean this is a problem within Rory personally, but he brought it up that Joe would bring up personal shit about Rory's life in the podcast in jest, and Rory would be like, "Why would you bring that up?" Like he said that played a part into it too.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that wholeheartedly. I think this just because Joe is so personal, and trust me, I'm not saying anything for this. This is just watching as a fan, been watching like literally since the first episode.
Nigga's an open book.
He's a very open book. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he expected the whole podcast to be such like that. When you like said, Mal's not like that. Rory's not like that. They've kind of grew to be a little bit more vulnerable on the pod than their usual selves. But like they're not, bro. You can't force them to do that.
That going to my point is you can't expect regular niggas to be on your level.
Well, it's not regular. Like they know each other. Like they know each other. So it's not like these are just random niggas. You know
they know each other. Like, right. They got years together.
You know what I'm saying? But like we know.
I just don't think they expected to be pulled into that right there.
Felt that way. Like you can't expect. Like you was on Love and Hip Hop. You had all this shit out with Tahiri.
This nigga Mal was in Love and Hip Hop too with Joe.
You were a Love and Hip Hop all-star and all of that shit.
I think I called him an all-star.
You had one of the baddest joints. No, for real though. Like you know for that. Like, but it's like you can't expect. Okay, like with Ari, he Joe. You can't, and I'm like Rory or some shit. You can't expect him to know all this shit about battle rap, and then I come on here and then I know all this shit about battle rap. And that's one of my biggest things because I don't. So that's like my big thing with Joe right there. Like you can't expect on any type of level, you can't expect somebody the type of fame that you and notoriety you get from everybody that you want people to be on your level, even from your friends.
I feel that, yeah. But like, also Joe has to do his part to bring him up to his level.
Yeah, like
help help me, don't belittle me, is what I'm saying.
That's why like he could have subconsciously felt that way and been like, oh, like yeah, I can bring this to life without you and get people to know you more. I'm trying to put you on a bigger spotlight. And that's no shade to that. But you can't expect that. Like these regular, and I said this on the last pod, like these regular niggas, you don't know if they want their business out there like that.
Right.
You really can't.
I think they got caught. I think they do get caught up too because they do just have like what made their podcast so dope is because they were just having their regular type of conversations and they were just on air. You know what I'm saying? And I think when you're doing that and you get into certain things like that, shit like that happens. And like you said, when you're in conversation, especially when you're with your friends, you know what I'm saying? But not thinking, oh shit, it's a fucking camera here. Certain people who are just used to being in front of camera. I remember Joe been in front of a camera
all his life.
Webcams, videos,
all his life.
YouTube. He is just used to this. The camera is nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? So he could talk regularly how you know what I'm saying? Okay. But once again, though, like you said, but it's kind of 50 because like if you know what I do and I bring you to this fold, you know what I'm saying? I'm not forcing you to exposure. Like obviously, that's not what the podcast is. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't expect you just to be like super closed in. That we gotta kind of like have some vulnerability.
Share just enough, but not too much.
But
Right.
But if you get under pressure, and this is our shit, if you get under pressure and be like, oh, like, because we had some comments where like, yo, why Sue ain't saying shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you try to bring it to light, and you talk to me behind the scenes about it, and you be like, yo, how you feel about that? And I'll tell you how I feel about it. And if I don't got nothing to say, I'll be like, well, why did you say something about that? If it's like some personal shit, right? Because people say like, why don't you got nothing to say about this battle or nothing like that? I'll be like, oh, I didn't see it, right? So this is the same thing.
How you think I feel about most of the wrestling shit? I didn't see it.
I didn't watch that, like, or anything like that. I mean, I don't got a problem. Like me personally, I don't have a problem, but Rory feels different about whatever happened, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Like with our shit, you got to relate it to theirs. Like not so much, but like kind of, sort of.
Nah, we're doing it for the love of the game. They're doing it for bread. It's different over here.
I mean, hey, nigga, I'm trying to get some bread in this fucking.
No. I mean, that's the goal, but
in this shit.
In the grand scheme right now, where we're at and where they're at.
But the thing is, though, you're not supposed to do it for, and that's where Rory and Mal was they were trying to do this. Yes, it was you getting some nice money for doing it, but we're just doing it because it's fun. I'm with my peoples. I'm doing this shit. But you gotta remember though too, this was Joe's, like, this is bread and butter. Music ain't it no more for him. It really, like, into those last two albums, let's be told, like, his last two albums were his biggest charting albums.
Yeah, and Rage in the Machine was fire. That was a fire album.
And those were his goodbye albums.
Don't make that face, Sue. It was a dope album.
Music ain't the bread and butter. This is, you know what I'm saying? Since from, like, when he said day one, I get where he was coming from with his day one. She was like, this has been my, and this is the same way I was saying with my situation where when such and such had said, yo, you know what I'm saying? You know, I could be done with it today. You know, like, okay, when you create something and you have your full heart into it, your full time into it, and somebody just says, well, I could be done with this shit, right? We don't got to do another one. That hurts, and it's very telling, because it's like, for something that I'm putting my soul into, I want to see become something, and like something I want to be my career or whatever, and I don't see the person that on the same wavelength, or just say I can give it up right now. I can't give it up right now. You know what I'm saying? This is my dream. This is my passion. This is what I want to put food on the table. I can't give this up right now. So I can't have nobody around me that's on that mental level. You know what I'm saying? If you could just give this up right now, then you're not really like,
you're not really in it 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's not saying that, you know what I'm saying? I can see why he would say that, but to also saying the same, like, that y'all did put in all this work and built this, how could you just leave something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but they just stop having fun. Put in work. They did try to put in the work. Rory definitely made a note. He tried to put in the work to do so. And I ain't gonna lie, I believe Rory. Like, I honestly do. Like nobody, like, when he said Joe was done, like, I really, like, he don't have no reason to do that. Like,
exactly, what does he have to gain?
Like, he can fall back and just focus on his artists and get back into the music industry if he wants to. Like,
he got a whole album dropping.
You know what I'm saying? Like, artist, like, I fuck with his artists, bro. Like, he got some good motherfuckers on it. Like,
Oranges. You
know what I'm saying? I'll rock with them, but that's neither here nor there. I just still think, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to keep relations up, but like, but this situation is a very learning moment for a lot of podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Who had to learn how to really, or learn from this and just see and really have those conversations with their peoples and seeing where all are on that same level. Because if they were having those conversations and it was getting just thrown to the side, and you see how it comes to now, then a lot of people who are having these podcasts, if they haven't had these conversations, should to start having these conversations. Maybe be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, but I'm happy that, you know what I'm saying, these were the type of gentlemen that were able to play this out for us. Because me personally, for what I've seen them do together, I love from them individually. You know what I'm saying? It was not even the magic, it's just what I like from them individually. For Joe's, his interpretation on things, Maul's interpretation of things, Rory's interpretation of things. I think they are very mature in how they think, and I like how they think.
But when they're together, I'm saying when they're together, it flows. It flows perfectly.
The dynamic and
the dynamic.
But the thing I say this though is because the reason why I say this is that their take on how this situation came out, I took lessons and gems from all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like on how to like assess certain things and how to like play things, how to move on certain things as a crew. You know what I'm saying? The do's and don'ts, just learning from this. You know what I'm saying? And the way they were able to explain it, I felt like it was just very, you know what I'm saying? Like we say, all of us is able to find ways to articulate into our situations, because it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to say it, man. It's like
it's wild relatable. No, I feel you. It's wild relatable.
Stuff that it happened, but I feel like they were like martyrs in a sense for future podcasts on how to really move and maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Or even like, look at other podcasts and really like, you know what I'm saying? Like
what's the Jay-Z shit? Hov did that. So one day you wouldn't have to go through that.
For real though, bro. Like for real, man. Because like this shit was really telling, bro. Like, I mean, obviously, we're not about to do a full fucking recap on this shit. Go watch the.
Yeah, nigga, 40 in, nigga. Jay don't deserve that much time.
But I also do want to give, you know what I'm saying, light to Olivia Dope and her situation.
Oh, facts.
If you did not see her video, she pretty much was talking about during this episode of See the Thing podcast with Bridget Kelly and what's the other shorty name?
Mandy. Horrible Decisions.
Horrible Decisions, yes. They had the episode where Joe came on there and was just making a lot of sexual advances verbally towards her and such.
He called her a bitch the very first interaction.
Yeah, it was just a lot of like fucked up weird shit that should not be happening from a boss to employee and you know what I'm saying, relationship. And from what she was saying for the stuff that was edited out, it was very, very nasty. Like very nasty. And I'm even gonna hold you, like I'm not a person, like I said, that goes on somebody's past and such like that. Just from watching the pod and seeing how them three ladies were moving, and just happened to randomly see that she wasn't there no more, and then like seeing this whole fallout thing like that, like, and watching that video, really just like really analyzing it, like taking like everything out of it, taking like, you know what I'm saying, my fandom is Joe or any of that, just taking it out and just listening to it as a human being. That shit was very nasty, bro.
What's even nastier is the other co-hosts kind of taking Joe's side in it too.
Well, for what she said, Mandy seen that she was looking like out of it and she was very looking uncomfortable, and that's when she was like, "No, we got to edit this shit up." Like
she's addressing it tomorrow, apparently on her show.
Yeah, and I'm happy she is, because I feel like I want to hear her perspective now, because that's something that's really, it's really nasty, bro. Like for her to say
karma.
And Olivia like, had no type of like intimate sexual, no type of relationship like that, nothing to even where it's like, where is this coming from? Like, or like she's deserving of this or something like that.
And then the jokes about HR, because they were making jokes about HR on Joe's show.
Well, Joe was reciting the line that Rick Ross said, "I can't hire any women because I want to fuck them bitches." And Rory was pretty much saying like, "Yo, my nigga, chill out.
You gotta relax."
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they laughed it off, which she was saying everybody was kind of doing from that podcast. It is like they were just laughing this shit off. I don't know, uncomfortably or whatever, but that's not an environment you should be working in, man. It's not. And
work period. Work doing that shit in a work environment wherever you are. It's risky. You don't do that. Not a lot of people are receptive to that shit.
You don't shit where you sleep.
Yeah, thank you. Don't shit where you sleep, or don't shit where you eat either.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
And for you to be making passes like that while recording, now obviously they're not live, but still recording is just like, yo, you're wilding, bro. Like, you're wilding. Like,
that's supposed to be like your employee, kind of.
Yeah, like,
man, like,
if anything, my nigga, you do this, like, not saying he's supposed to do, but like, if you're trying to get at her or some shit like that, nigga, then do that shit in the room or
off mic.
Catering some shit, my nigga. Why are you doing this on screen? Like,
somebody in the comments of Joe's live. Somebody in the comments of Joe's live said that Joe rents a mansion and he picks up desperate Dominican women and rescues them. I fucking cried when I read that shit.
Yo, why was Joe? Not to cut up with Olivia shit, but not matter of fact, I'm going to get to that. But Olivia Dope, man. I hear your story.
We stand with you.
I'm gonna keep it tall with you, bro. Like, I gotta see how this plays out, bro. I'm probably gonna watch it Like I'm gonna keep it. I told you I really don't watch the Joe Budden podcast like that.
Nah, man. Because when it's a woman, and I mean, I know like some niggas are like, well, who you gonna believe, her? Nigga, when it's a woman making claims like that, you can't.
Bro, she came with her facts. She's like, yo,
she came with receipts.
At this timestamp, whoop-de whoop-de whoop.
But the big thing they're saying now is, why is she waiting now when he's basically in the mud? Why kick him when he's down? That's the big argument I've been seeing.
They say that for a lot of women who've been sexually harassed, assaulted, or anything like that. So you can't, man.
I mean, it's not like she.
It's a cop out.
Nothing like out the gate, like, oh, this nigga just straight up like
right
fondled me and stuff like that, like some Como shit, and innocent proven guilty. But
not Cuomo though. He changed all them laws. He want everybody to love him.
But
you just can't force somebody to relive that.
You can't.
They gotta find a way to settle with it and be able to talk about that to the world, especially being in a position like that where you can have repercussions. You know what I'm saying? Not saying physical, but like
he could lose his job,
being stalled out, blackballed, shit like that can happen when a woman speaks out. Like that stuff has to be understood and has to know that has happened. You know what I'm saying?
He could lose his position, man. He could lose that position at Patreon. He could lose the Joe Budden. It's a lot of shit that he.
I'm talking about for her. I'm talking about for her.
Well, I don't think she cares whether or not
well, probably now, but you got to think, you have to sit with that for a little and go. That's what she was saying. She was like, I had to sit with this for a little bit and like get myself mentally like ready to do this.
She was the coolest one on there too.
I fucked with her. She was like
the DJ. She was like the DJ.
Yeah, I fucked with her vibe, bro. But neither here nor there. Once again, still it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? And for you know what I'm saying, from what she's saying, that Bridget was pretty much like letting this shit rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she didn't really say too much about Mandy other than like she's seen the uncomfortability she peeped the uncomfortability, but
facts, he do.
And the thing is, like, I hope you say I'm saying her name right, but he does, but in this situation, I don't think they will, because you have situations where Ian does check him. You have situations where Party does check him. But
right now, it's not looking like that.
That's what I was about to say. Right now, they're only going from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Where Mal was like, yo, you got people speaking on shit that was not in those conversations with us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that. But who to say that when Joe left those conversations, he went to go, you know what I'm saying, talk to Ian about, or you know what I'm saying? So that's probably how he knows.
Could it be that Ian is because Ian seems to be the common denominator in a lot of this? Could it be that Ian
manager? So he's always gonna have Joe's best interest at heart.
Joe's best interest.
But that's his manager.
Rory and Mal. So
that's his manager. You know what I'm saying?
But he could care less what Rory and Mal are. Like, what I'm saying is
he doesn't get paid to do that though. You know what I'm saying?
Could it be that maybe I don't know, man. Because they're friends, dog.
He even said it during the Joe where he has some bias in, you know what I'm saying? Because he's Joe's, like that's his guy. You know what I'm saying? So I could understand, like he's not Rory's Mal's manager, so I'm not gonna expect him to have be as objective. He might not, because he probably not know everything that goes in between them. He only know from Joe's perspective.
And that's why you put more of it on Joe, because if that's your people's, I'm not expecting my manager to have the same relationship with my people's as I do. Like your business.
Joe is the go-between. He's the go-between.
I mean, personally, Ian, I don't think that Ian should have even been like speaking on shit on that pod. Personally, like we never heard him speak on anything about this shit before. Why are we hearing about it now? You know what I'm saying?
Joe
Parks, I understand.
Marquetta is because they're white. They're white. That's why they're scared of him.
I'm gonna keep it tall. Ian might be, but I don't think Parks scared of Joe.
No, Parks probably get it shaken. Parks is
B-Lo shit. He ain't scared of Joe.
Parks is produced for Premiere. I mean, he get it shaken.
But nah, man. I just think, man, like it's really nasty what's going on. I think it's a lot of stuff like people who have had these relationships with Joe in this recent time. Like back then, we didn't. It wasn't like we had YouTubers that we had, but it wasn't like as open to Joe's life or his relationships like that. Other than until I'm not talking like just. I'm talking about like friendships, business, really all that stuff. Like all we heard was Joe gets dropped from the label, or and then Love Hip Hop comes around and that stuff. Like that's the most we know. You know what I'm saying? And then the podcast, and then we see like with this fall from here. Now we've seen the business side, we've seen the relationship side.
Right.
Now we're seeing the friendship side. You know what I'm saying? The business side, we were on Joe's side.
This nigga's a bad friend. Just say it. This nigga's a bad friend.
I'm just saying the business side, we were on Joe's side because we looked at him as the, you know what I'm saying, as the underdog. You know what I'm saying? The relationship side, I'm gonna keep it so I think it was split 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people didn't have a lot of information on that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I think with this, it's like now it's just like people are really starting to like. I think now people are now against Joe. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, they're seeing everything that we, you know what I'm saying, kind of like homed him for. You know what I'm saying? That he's kind of like you said, being the thing he hated before. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, you know what I'm saying, just a weird, like just the type of friendship the way he's acting with his friends. You know what I'm saying? Just the way he's, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, I did commend him for apologizing on the podcast.
Yeah, he took it back. He said if they want to start a pod, they can. They can. That's fine.
Yeah, because he did like the whole suing shit. Like there's a lot of nasty shit that he was saying.
Wow.
I think he had to really sit. Like I said, you got to sit time sometimes and just listen to yourself and like, no, I was kind of wilding. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in the moment right there. You know what I'm saying? So I think he did that. He probably was looking at the, you know what I'm saying, looking at how, you know what I'm saying, some of the fans was assessing the situation and reflected. And that's why I think he came to the apology. You know what I'm saying? But obviously the shit is kind of like, it's kind of a done deal now. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, like I said, man, I wish the best endeavors for Rory. You know what I'm saying? I wish the best
prayers to everyone involved.
Well, it's not that. I just hope that, you know what I'm saying, continue to, you know what I'm saying, just continue to thrive at doing what they're doing, man. Like hopefully they use the leverage that they got from being on a very successful podcast and start to move and shape and continue to get bags in the industry, man. Continue to get bags. You know what I'm saying?
Maul has the connections, I feel like.
I mean, if he does it, like I said, man, just continue to thrive and do what you love, man. Just continue to do that. Don't. I mean, obviously, they're not gonna let this shit, you know what I'm saying, get to them. But us as fans, we gotta let this shit go, man.
Yeah.
It's time to let it go.
On to the next phase.
Yeah, it's the next chapter, man. Some things gotta end for something to see something come that's better. You know what I'm saying? But what we got next on the docket, brother?
Oh, you got the docket tonight.
I do.
Is it the
what else? Oh yeah, let's get into that, man. Let's get into that.
Let's get our bars off for real. Hours.
I was listening to, you know what I'm saying, one of my favorite R&B albums of the year. You already know, the Shelly, aka FKA.
Let me turn this AC off. It's about to get hot in here. Let me turn this AC off.
But one of the records he has on here, one of the records he has on the album called All Pride Aside with Summer Walker, dope record. And I was just listening to it, and it's just, I mean, I guess where my phone at? I want to fucking, oh, it's right here. Never mind.
You gonna play it in the background?
I could play something. I'd rather just look at the lyrics. But the song, y'all ain't gonna lie, that shit had, it was, I was sipping the wine a little bit too, you already know. But it was her verse more so. I mean, the hook was dope too. That's where it kind of got the topic. But her hook, I mean, her verse is what really had me thinking about being addicted to love. Like, can somebody be addicted to the routine of a relationship, falling, dating, all of that such? Can you be addicted to such? And I want to I got it right here.
Serial monogamy is real. It's real. It's legit, bro.
Okay. So where it go? Let's see. Where it go? All right. And her verse is not there. Where it go? Where is it? All right. So
I'm gonna have to give that Shelly album.
Give you what you want. Here's what I need from you: to be the kind of man who makes loving easy to do. Keep the same amount of energy you're giving now. I'll make sure to be the only queen you crown. And boy, I hope you being up front, because how you say you in love when you treat me like a drug.
I'm addicted to
that line. That say you in love, but you treat me like a drug. Now that was the line that caught me, because it's like, at a point, do you see where it's like you're in this relationship literally for yourself and not actually to, you know what I'm saying, compliment your partner.
Right.
Like I just want to have the moments of the spooning move. That's something that is settling for me. You know what I'm saying? Not me per se, but the person involved. And it's not.
I think
I'm doing it for
the honeymoon phase. After the honeymoon phase is when the drug wears off.
And I think that's the thing. You're addicted to the honeymoon phase, all of that shit. And do y'all think y'all have ever been in a situation or seen yourselves in a situation like that?
Like I was just in that.
But do you think that's why you would say you see like, all right, say if you're going, like I said, going moving situation to situation, is it because of a feeling of a void that you just don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying, settle?
Being transparent, okay, I guess that's the word of the week.
Right.
Being transparent. Me and my ex had something special, okay, and I say it to you all the time, and you're like, nigga, shut up. I say it to you all the time. We had something special, and I keep longing and looking for that same feeling she gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that make me addicted? Perhaps, but I'm just addicted to the feeling.
But that's the thing, though. All right, that's what I'm saying. Could you be addicted to the feeling, and when you're in a situation or relationship with somebody, you're just addicted to the feeling and not the person?
And that's the mistake I always make.
So it's like, so say, you know what I'm saying, you chilling with a shorty and she probably cooked for you, you know, some shit. She probably just happened to cook, you know what I'm saying? She don't give a fuck. That's just what she do. But for you though, that's a sign from something you've seen before. Like, oh no.
It depends what she cooks though.
Loving, you know what I'm saying? Like, just too good Lord.
De lo mío, Gino is Dominican. You didn't know that? He low-key Dominican.
Hey man, I won't be surprised. You know,
yeah, right here. I've seen it on the last pod.
Niggas looking like Wyclef Jean on the Carnival album.
Someone please call me.
Love you, Dino.
Love you, dog.
But
no,
nah,
but like, I think
that, man, I think it's so. I think a lot of people
feeling
up in that, man, where it's like we get addicted to the feeling. That's why we're so. That's why it's like once any type of real shit happens, or you have to deal with any real shit in a relationship, you put the wall up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what you're here for. You know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody tell you like, nah, son, you can't, or you addicted. Say if you're addicted to a fucking, or we was listening to the Midnight Hour joint, the Dave Chappelle, Yassine Bey, Talib Kweli podcast.
Where did you listen to that? Because I've been trying to look for it.
I think I watched it on YouTube. We was watching it on YouTube, right? I think it was on YouTube.
Yeah, it was on
the whole thing.
Yeah, it's only like 23 minutes, but it's a dope setup. But anyways, Yassine was talking about Amy and just how with her addiction and such, and just how at times where she couldn't even be around certain people because they weren't on that same wave. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't be around people that's on that same type of wavelength. You know what I'm saying? So if you were, like you said, in that honeymoon stage, we're both in it. We're both having fun, whoop-de-whoop, spooning, sexing, all of that food, all of that good shit. Now, next couple months go by, you got to deal with some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Some real shit.
And back off, like, oh no, this bitch tripping, all of this shit, or this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a very telling thing that
it's also a test. It's a good test for relationships to see if it's legit. If you go through some real shit together, some like, yo, my landlord putting me out, or you know what I'm saying, my ex is back, or some conflict of interest. If you go through that shit, that's how you know your shit is real.
Not for real, because I think we'll go ahead.
So if I go through all of that, and she give me a place to stay, and we go through A, B, C, D, E, F, G. After that, is that still being addicted to love?
Nah, because you prove that you're there to stay. When you go through all that real shit with her, you prove you're there to stay.
But sometimes I think too, people can be addicted to drama too. I think you can be addicted to drama also. The drama that comes with the relationship.
That's more Ari, that's more women though. And I don't mean to make it about genders, but that's more women, dog. From experience, that's more women.
You got some motherfuckers.
I think subconscious. I think yeah and no, but subconsciously some women do. Like all women would love and niggas to fight over them.
Yeah.
Even if they say no, you lying. Like,
subconsciously they do.
Watching this, but even if you say no in the comments, you're lying.
Right.
If two niggas was fighting over you right
You
now,
love it. You be flattered.
we'll love it. It don't matter what niggas it is. It don't matter who it is. If niggas was fighting over
it's an ego boost, too.
Like they
It's an
would
ego
not.
boost.
But if niggas fighting over you, you would love it.
Mm-hmm.
You would feel some type of way. You'd be like, oh my God, like Lord have mercy.
A lot of mercy.
Shit.
A lot of mercy.
But at a certain point, you gotta be like, damn, like you see this, like if that person, if you the prize at the end of the Mortal Kombat tower, and that nigga keep going through it and he got to 12 and he beat Shao Kahn and he still gotta go through that shit again, at a certain point, you gotta know what's good with that. Like, what's good with this prize?
But Gino, that's what we're saying. See, Gino said a relationship isn't built off of struggling together. It's built off of uplifting and supporting. Gino, the support and uplifting comes from the struggle. You're uplifting each other through the struggle.
But you should have to. I think the thing is, I think relationships now, they think a lot of things. I think the common to a lot of relationships, they think they got to go through fuck shit to become stronger. You don't have to. You don't have to like sit there and purposely like.
It's not all rose colored glasses either.
I think like when relationships, they try to go through shit as like a married couple would do, and you don't have to. You do not have to. You know what I'm saying? You're just in a relationship. It could be for a couple months, a year or so, but you don't have to go through those same. You don't have to give those same husband or wife.
Man, everything isn't happy go lucky
to that person unless you put in time to get that, and is that in that space we're about to be there. But you're talking about like year relationships or two that be trying to like go through shit like 20-year relationship done been through in 1 year. No, that's crazy. If I'm going through fucking problem after problem after problem after problem,
you're a curse. You're cursing me, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? If you only go through a couple after, and we only been together for a couple years, and some motherfuckers been married for fucking 20s, 30 years, and still, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be going through this right now.
It's not happy-go-lucky all the time, though.
It's not, but I think a lot of people these days kind of let themselves go into that shit because they feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying? If we work through this, we'll be. You know, you don't have to do that all the time. Like that shit is not. You got so many more years to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think,
and we get that, but like at the same time, but we're not telling you to give up so easily. And I get it, but we're not telling you to stay and be a fool either. But
motherfuckers don't even be in love for real.
Pick your battle. That's all.
I'm saying motherfuckers don't really be. Motherfuckers don't really be in love to be doing all this shit, bro. They be heavy like doing all of this shit, bro. Like dead ass though, for real. Like you don't even love this motherfucker. Why are you sitting there? You know what I'm saying, looking for problems to be mad about. You know what I'm saying?
The big question here: how do you know you're in love? Personally, how does Sue know he's in love with a female? How does Ari know he's in love with a female? How do I know I'm in love with a female?
I mean, what are y'all love languages?
Music, physical touch, and positive affirmations.
So, well, you know what I'm saying? Define that in action. How would that define somebody? You know what I'm saying?
I make playlists. You know what I'm saying? I if I send you something, if I send you a song I like, you know what I'm saying? You say you like it, that means something to me. You know what I'm saying? Affection, acts of affection, shit like that. Like the more we do that, like, and then the positive affirmations, like the words hold weight in relationships, I feel like.
So you know you're in love when the person is
reciprocating,
is showing you the energy.
Right.
When you're not having to force the energy out of that person.
When it's not one-sided.
Exactly. I mean, that's obviously common, but I'm just saying for you specifically, you have to literally verbally see it. You have to hear the compliment, or you have to see the affection from her to you sometimes.
Because I've been wrong so many times. So I mean, I have to like. If I say I love you, I gotta hear I love you too.
Some people have to literally like. That's where for me, I think acts of service and such like that has always been the thing for me. Whereas like, if I can, like say,
Gino, sushi is God tier.
I'm about to subscribe to your podcast, or I thought of you this morning. You know what I'm saying? So I got you some, you know what I'm saying, some food for whatever. Just little things like that. They're thinking about you in the littlest. It's little things for me. You know what I'm saying? You could always do, you know what I'm saying? what I would say, yeah, you could always just do little things like, you know what I'm saying, send some titties or all of that shit. That shit's cool. Nudes is cool. That's
I
cool.
don't consider that a love language though. I think that's cool.
I'm just saying, like any dude would be like, oh man, I got some word. But if you happen to like, you know what I'm saying, send me a link to something that might be better for my for a passion of mine, or a video that help me motivate something, or a book, or like some little things that you're thinking of my betterment. And saying, I'm not saying to be my mama or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're thinking of me outside of your own time is very telling. You know what I'm saying? And it shows that, you know what I'm saying, I have time in your life. You know what I'm saying? And same for me. When I do that, when I feel like I have to do that for somebody, or I'm just personally doing it, you know what I'm saying, for my own enjoyment, that's how I know I got feelings for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I hate this nigga Gino with all my heart. I really hate this nigga, dog.
Wow.
I really hate this.
No, but seriously, if you took the time out of your day to think of me like that, and like was thinking of me not even like in a romantic way, and be like, damn, like
just
yo,
I wonder,
like you
took regular shit.
That got me thinking like you was thinking about me like in a type of like in all types of different ways. Like,
think about my dreams.
Like, yo, I got you this plate of food, or I brought you coffee at work. Like I had this girl, like, not, you know what I'm saying, I had this girl that brought me a coffee at work at 1 in the fucking morning. Bro, I fell in love, dog. I was like, yo, you did this for me. You did this for me. Like little shit like that, like it go a long way for me. It goes a long way. It really does.
It does. I mean, I think Weg said, when you see, for us as men, when you think of the term chivalry, we always have to go first. We're doing such like that. But when you see a woman take the time,
the initiative,
you know what I'm saying, to do something for you, it always is, you know what I'm saying, melts my heart.
Hell yeah.
But I think that too, when you have somebody who does that and you're used to that, you know what I'm saying, and you see that, like I said, I think love languages can be a trigger at times too.
Elaborate.
So like I said, where do you come to addiction? So say, you know what I'm saying, you chilling with a shorty, you know what I'm saying, this is probably like y'all first or second date or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go back to the crib, chill, watch a movie, just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Right?
Chill.
Like, I'm not to be honest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say we're not like
on the humble.
You know what I'm saying? We be humble. Sex was not on the table right now. Y'all just chilling right now. You know what I'm saying?
Chilling.
And you know what I'm saying? She probably do some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, make some desserts, or, you know what I'm saying? Just doing little things. You know what I'm saying?
Cookies, the Pillsbury cookies.
Or like, you know what I'm saying?
Fresh out
or like, you know what I'm saying? Building a conversation of like, you know what I'm saying? Similar interests. Like, say, you know what I'm saying? For me, it'd be sneakers or music or something like that. If we're building conversation off that, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, you always gotta be at your friend, man. Like, you take
Gino is shooting 50%.
Privacy, Gino, you thought? Damn.
Gino shooting 50%.
Doors already, Silk Sonic? God damn. Damn, close the door. You can go to other people's doors. Nah, I just think I don't know, man. I think it'd be little things sometimes that will catch you and you'll be like, damn, yo, this she might go up on the ranking list real quick. You know what I'm saying? The little things that shoot a person up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
It's triggering to me because I've said that shit to you niggas a lot.
But I think it's what it's talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had that conversation. How long does it take for you to fall in love?
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of felt petty in love one day. This girl spent the night in my. It's probably a little TMI. She spent the night, and I was trying to get her to leave and shit. So I just put on Netflix, and I'll see this WWE joint, the main event. Little corny movies, good though if you're watching it with kids.
It's corny.
She's sitting there fucking watching it too. I'm like, yo, like I'm trying to get her to leave, and she fucking
bye time.
I'm like, yo, you want to come back over later? Like, cause I'm about to leave. Cause I see you watching this, and we can watch this later, but we gotta go. But yeah, that type shit like that is like, I was like, yo, like she really give a fuck about wrestling, and she didn't even give a fuck.
So it takes this nigga what, a week to fall in love?
I ain't
but,
gonna say
but,
a
with,
week.
but with that though, do you see honestly now thinking just like, for me, thinking objective outside looking in, would you see this person as a really cool friend in your future, or would you actually see yourself with this person off this mutual interest.
That,
You see what I'm saying?
That person.
And that's why, but that's why I say that. But the reason why I say that though is because I feel like sometimes it'd be like it really depends. You know what I'm saying? If it's just like me and the person chatting about wrestling, I like that's cool. Like I love wrestling, but that's not something that's gonna intrigue. Music is probably more so for
a girl that like wrestling is hard to
like,
find, my nigga. That's hard.
I think with music, it's like you could put on that certain like love song, and then y'all go into like stories about this, and that. Y'all can talk about
reminisce,
learning about. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know, man. I don't know, and I think we might have to. I think I want to learn more about love languages too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm more so like still a little novice about it, but I think once you learn about it a little bit, you start seeing.
There's actually a test you can take.
You can start assessing it to yourself.
I think it's more so with love is just like when you got a connection through something, like with somebody over time, and y'all still understand it, and y'all can still come back to how it was. Like I feel this way about a certain person, but like it's complicated, you know, and it's certain stuff that we hit like every single bullet point of why we should be together, but we can hit every single.
It just don't work.
Oh, that sounds like that Jill Scott song, yo.
Like that, like it just don't work. But it's like if this was good on your end, it'd be like, but on your end, then I'll be like.
But what you found in that person, and if you've seen a glimpse of it in somebody else, just a personality, do you see yourself? I say you date two people, right? And you see a glimpse of your what you had in your past, and one of those persons you was dating. You know what I'm saying? Does that like kind of like ease you over there to that person more than
it feel like home, do it? It feel like home.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. When then that get into like it get to fucking with you as a person. Not even so much of like whatever situation you got going on with the previous situation,
right? Because you don't want to jump in on.
Yeah, you don't want to jump in with them expectations of that person, and then like I had this situation happen,
and that's why I think that's where. Not, I'm gonna let you finish out, but that's it's gonna come full circle. I'm glad you said
and
that.
Yeah, it was crazy
because I think that's where the addicted to love part comes in, where you see a glimpse in that person and you jump in. And you're in your honeymoon phase, right? And then you start seeing shit that you don't like, and that's not like the things and it's when you run away.
That happened to me recently too, man.
Jump into it again, and you fuck up. Jump in.
You fall in love with the idea of a person, not the person. That is what you're trying to say. You fall in love with the idea of a person, and it's fucked up because you end up getting hurt because she or he, or because it's for men, women too. Yeah. The person doesn't live up to those standards in your mind.
You can't force that person either to live up to the standards. It's very unfair. And because they didn't ask for that. They don't know shit about that.
Exactly. That's in you. That's not in them.
That's why communication is key.
Absolutely.
You definitely got to have those. That's why I always felt like I don't feel like you always have to speak on old relationships with somebody you're dealing with. And I'm not talking about like just dating on a first date. I'm talking like somebody you're like actually dating.
I find it so uncomfortable doing that shit with another person.
But the reason why I said dating exclusively, because like say if you do have some trauma for that, but you haven't even touched on or even since it like found ways to even like, you know what I'm saying, fix. I need to know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't like it.
Projected onto me. Like I don't want whatever if your man was, you know what I'm saying, abusive to you or any of that nature or assault you or was just like a fucked up nigga always cheating or that nature, you know what I'm saying? If we get into a conversation and like I kind of want to know about this so at least I know where I don't want to trigger you. You know what I'm saying?
But what if it's a person that always brings up their ex? Is what it is.
That's where it's like, okay, now you do have some more healing to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a therapist. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for comfort and emotional support, but at the end of the day, I'm not a therapist because I can't take on all of that energy and try to still love you on the same thing. It's bottling down from all the stress you're putting on me from your stuff that you haven't fixed yet.
I can't be Dr. Phil, Captain Save him, and fucking financial guru all in one.
But I'm saying, but as a really, it's nothing wrong with being emotional support. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, don't just bottle me with all your shit. Don't just, you know what I'm saying? Don't just use me as well to just, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just throw in all of your past trauma. You know
Overventing is real.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's not love. That's not love. You're only using me as a vent, as for venting.
But what if hold on to both of y'all, but what if you really looking to move on from that person and you was looking for the total opposite, and you telling them everything that's going on and they telling you everything, and you really trying to get to that?
But that's why if you're really trying, you shouldn't be exclusive with anybody at that moment.
You should still be healing. You should still be healing.
If you're just dating somebody, just on a humbug, you're, you know what I'm saying, couple people, that's you working on trying to move on in the process. We already had like self-reflect, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, my do's and don'ts, how to get over breakups and shit like that. But anyways, like I say, that's where exclusivity comes into play, because that's where it's like, all right, we're here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you had in the past, you know what I'm saying? I get it, still some lingering there, but I'm here to bring you over to the other side. You know what I'm saying? To show you it's a whole new world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not them. Don't compare me to them.
But that's where you have to find out what them is, so you don't fall into there in any space to trigger. You know what I'm saying?
Can I throw it personal?
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so you don't know exactly.
Personal, like a battle and shit.
You know when it was going on. So after the situation, I was messing with this girl, and I'm gonna call her Goldie. So Goldie was like everything completely.
What's her last name? Locks?
Yeah. No, Goldie Banks. I'm gonna call her Goldie Banks.
It's like a porn star.
Yo, I'm about to look her up.
Yeah.
There's a shorty on there somewhere named Goldie. Go ahead, finish the story.
Goldie was like everything in the world that I wanted. Like she fucking was like she fucked with anime, fucking Buffalo rap, everything. Like she was
Buffalo rap. She was a Griselda.
She fucking listened to Griselda, bro. Like she literally,
that is rare.
Like from where we are right now, she lived like 4 blocks away. I'm sorry. I ain't saying
don't give the coordinates and nothing like that.
But she lived about a couple blocks away. But anyways, like she was everything. Like she could give me a debate on fucking why Dragon Ball Z isn't better than Naruto and shit like that. And like Shorty was like really dead ass, like really trying to be over my previous situation and shit.
Dreams. I was like,
he's fucking dreams.
Finish the story.
Like she was really trying to be dead ass over Shorty, and I was like, oh, like you ain't really got to worry and shit like that. But like she would always throw like, oh, but I feel like you really like holding back. Chill, Gino. You really wilding out in the comics. You sound like a DC rapper.
Oh.
You saying I sound like
Goldie? Oh no, it's the Goldie Banks. This is a very like.
Does Goldie Banks sing Bogo?
I'm really on Google.
Yo, but fucking like she would pretty much be like, why you like holding back and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm really not trying to hold back, but I want to move slow. Like I wasn't trying to jump into it and shit. But
as you should.
But like she would do shit like oh, come over, and then like it'd be like her mom and her stepfather there, and I'm meeting them, and she introduced me to boyfriend and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, like okay, fucking, and all this type shit. So I'm like,
did you feel forced? Did you feel forced?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you felt like you had to do this because if you didn't, you disappoint her.
I felt like I wouldn't disappoint her. I feel like she'll feel some type of way, and that's just how close we had gotten at that point. You know, like it was like I still got feelings for this previous situation, but I'm moving on from it, but slowly, and you like forcing it on me. But I'm promising you and telling you that this is the only. Yeah, I did. I really honestly did. I was like, you're the only girl I'm fucking. And you have a right to know that. Because I was fucking you raw. Pause. I mean, not pause, but like, you know, like probably TMI. you have a right to know that as a female. And
Who
seriously,
out here? You barebacking? You barebacking it?
I mean, like, I was in a
I
relationship.
hate that term so much. Please not use that.
I mean, I was in a
That shit sound like two gorillas fucking when somebody says that shit, bro. That's all I think of when somebody says bareback.
Mental image. Oh.
I think of this like,
No, but seriously, like, any female has the right to know that if they in a talking to state or anything with a male going into a relationship like that, like, you have a right to know if you the only female you fucking
real.
want like that. But like, I promised her that, and I was like, yo, like, you gotta know that. But like, shit kind of got like weird and shit, and she was like, yo, like, going mad hard out of nowhere.
can I
Tagging you and shit.
Like, she legit was about to pull a knife out on me one day.
Can I interject? Where I think you play a part into that though.
Where?
First of all, coming first out of a relationship, and you know, for one, not saying that you're supposed to be fucking a bunch of girls raw, but even saying that you're fucking one girl raw and telling her that intimately.
Yeah, they
That's-
take that serious. They take
Her
that
in a space where she is #1 draft pick. You know what I'm saying?
They take that serious.
It was.
But if you're not even in that space or ready to do that, why give her those? Once again, that's why I said you give somebody certain tendencies when you're not in that space, they're gonna want to go through that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to live out the rest of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
feel
meeting
you.
parents
I feel you on
and
that.
all
He
of that.
listens to Griselda. The knife makes sense now.
But when you really got like somebody really forcing you to like, oh, yo, come out of town with me, and I'm like, nah, I gotta work and shit. I gotta work, but I'm off like Sunday and shit. If it was a different day, and they come from Canada just to come back to get you and go back, and it's like, what you mean? Like, it's not down forcing that. I already told you. I already stressed this to you what it was. Like, I've been out of this relationship for like, it was February when we broke up, and then it was like, this is around about September when we went out of town. So it was like damn near about 9 months. I didn't talk to this girl or whatever, like anything like that. But I stressed to this girl was that, like, I just want to take it slow. And this was like the main girl. And this is when I was working at Walmart at the door, and I was back in everything. So it was like,
hey. I know about that Walmart life.
No,
oh shit.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just think with I guess she definitely is. You know what I'm saying?
If you're giving her those tendencies, like Ari said, if you're fucking her raw and all that, women take that as, well, I'm the only one he's doing that with.
There's no fuck around with that.
She was black.
But not even just to stress on that, but even with that, you had to find places where you just got to say no, or like, I'm good, or
it's good to say no.
You got to have where it's getting too tense. That's where you got to have that. Once again, the term comes transparency,
boundaries.
You got to have that boundary, and I think us as people who are just really giving people and really like caring people, we become people pleasers. And I think when that becomes that, we think of us as just, we're just adapter. We're good at adapting to different people, different emotions, different styles like that. But when you say a situation like, oh, when she comes all the way to Canada and want to bring you back, you like, oh,
what part of Canada? What part of Canada?
I mean, but who gonna turn down like you off until Wednesday?
I get
it.
Like,
you niggas don't eat poutine anyway.
Right. And you just,
I get it.
Like,
I get
it. Okay, shit.
I get it, but you can't act
if
somebody's doing that, you can't be confused on why they want
how they're acting
or things as to the next level, because they're taking these certain risks, and not risk, but risk in doing these certain acts for you to try to, you know what I'm saying, gain your love or your passion. And if you're not like, you know what I'm saying, fully on that side.
Okay. So I think a lot of guys, even yourself, Aaron, Ulos, any guys that's in it like that, I definitely was on my thought shit, yo. But like, I think a bunch of guys can feel this when they chill with a shorty and they friend. And they friend start talking out their mouth and shit. And they're looking at you. And they be like, oh, well, this is what it is. And then we all like, I'm like, I'm promising you I'm not fucking nobody else.
So my when I got with my ex at first, her friend gave me like the whole spiel about like because when I first chilled with her, I chilled with her ex, like I chilled with like her friend. It was like a whole group thing. So her friend gave me the spiel about like if you hurt her, I'm gonna kill you. Da, 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 da. When it gets to that point, when you get that speech, that's because the other side feels a way about you already. That don't come out of nowhere. So when homegirl said all that, like when homegirl reacted like that towards you, she had feelings. They were deep ones. And you know that's with the knife, you know what I mean? With
telling only this and only that, man.
Yeah, like they feel that way on their side.
Why, bro? You kind of set yourself up for that shit, bro.
You kind of
really set yourself up for this shit, bro. Like you wilding, bro. On the line, gonna lie, you kind of wilding.
You big wilding,
wrong. I was like, I've stayed true to my shit. I'm like, believe it or not, I stayed true to my shit. And this was like September, like August, September.
Well, this is recent. This is quarantine.
Conversation with her friend. Yeah. And this was 2019.
Man,
you broke quarantine for this girl?
Nobody.
Quarantine, I was in a relationship.
I'm not having a conversation with nobody. If I am, I'm being real. Like, it's not my girlfriend. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
but that's what it was, though. Like, you're not my girlfriend, but I promise you, I'm not doing no other shit behind your back. Like, look,
what the fuck do you mean behind your back? Like, you live behind your back. What do you mean? You live behind her back. You do it. You. What do you mean? Like,
why do you have to say that if you're not in a relationship? Why do you have to say I'm not doing
everything you do behind your back?
Thank you. Like, you ain't gotta say that.
Friend, she really likes you. I know. Sue doing international thing and getting threatened in abroad. Yo, but
you know, fucking threatened abroad. You need to get threatened right? I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't know, man. I just think. When you're fresh out of a relationship and you found that space of play where you're ready to go back out and dating, you shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, finding or giving anybody a sense of exclusivity unless you're ready for that shit.
That's the mistake I made.
And that's why I feel like I think that's how we led into here, where we're talking about little acts of, you know what I'm saying, our love language being shown to us, you know what I'm saying, and that kind of like leading us into a certain path, you know what I'm saying? And probably like with that shorty, shit like, okay, you know what I'm saying, we cool and we vibing, and then y'all fuck. And then when that energy is exchanged, especially, you know what I'm saying, like that, like that's another thing. When that energy is exchanged like that,
what is it, soul ties?
That's real, bro. Like that's like that energy, like sexual energy exchange is very real, bro. Like that's why a lot of
like, attraction
over time, like I think as we get older, like for me at least, I personally started chilling, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's like, I have my times where like, man, I gotta get something up, you know what I'm saying? But certain times I'll just be like, I'm good, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to even fuck this person, like, for what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why does that, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's just like, you know what I'm saying, straight, whatever, there's no emotion behind that shit, which is real shit, you know what I'm saying? But if it's not that mutual thing, and y'all haven't even talked about some mutual shit like that, if y'all just cool and, you know, fucking like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes shit happens, but you have to understand that energy passing like that, it could be a one-time thing, but I ain't gonna lie, man, when you put it down in the room for real, bro, she be thinking like, yo, you did this for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, why me? You know what I'm saying? And not to be like, I've got like me, like I'll be like, sorry, like I just you know,
but you can't be giving these girls free dick and not, you know what I'm saying? Like
because you have
everybody don't deserve it. Everybody don't deserve it.
I'm not even making an excuse for myself, but I was in a relationship. I was going through some personal shit. And
that's projecting on other people.
And I was not projecting it on her because I told her straight up, I was like, yo, like, this is what it is. I told her my situation. And you know what my situation was in 2019. So I was like, yo, like, you still around? Like, and not even try to keep her around after that. And that was
still around? You get hit her with the you still around?
This is word to me. Like really, oh God! Like even after the
asshole.
Even after the knife incident, I was like, yo, like
Sue might be DMM. He might be DMM.
Nah, but see, Gino, right? Like, you can't give him all the soul. Like, you can't give him the soul, but like for real, like, because that shit really like one thing I learned from like watching Joe Budden podcast a long time, where that nigga said, "Dick really make people go crazy." And that was talking about Jussie Smollett shit, but you just talking about in general sense, like it make people do crazy shit, especially like when you get into it intimately, like you know what I'm saying, like that can really give off the wrong signs.
Well,
like
I had a girl fake a whole pregnancy because of that shit.
No emotion.
But at the same time, like I ain't even gonna lie, like the only time I probably fucked a girl in the bed.
In a bed?
In the bed. This particular girl, Goldie, probably was like outside the trip, and the first time, twice. And that's both.
What do you usually do it on the floor, nigga? You said the bed like it's like special.
No, it was like, oh, come outside. All right, cool. All right.
Look, man. Look, what I do is
just see, Shorty know. I wasn't right. I knew I was right. The ladies gonna know, man.
Yeah,
I'm not bugging. He's giving up too many mixed signals.
But y'all not hearing the end though. The end, because even the knife incident wasn't even the end of it. It was like,
nigga, that bitch was like, I'm gonna gut you from bow to stern.
Like she wanted to have a kid.
Fatal attraction, huh?
She wanted to have a kid.
See, man, like, well, why is she feeling like that? She should not be feeling like that.
Did not.
What are you telling her? What are you telling her, Sue?
Feeling like this.
No, I'm like, yo, like I can't have a kid right now. My financial situation.
I gotta go get some more wine, man.
Yeah, me too. This is crazy. Interlude music.
This is gonna be the Sue episode. So let me read the comments since everybody want to dip off. What's up? Oh, what?
Nothing, boy.
So intermission. Anybody want to ask me any questions in the comments? Marquita, I'm not. If that's how you say your name, I'm not giving too many mixed signals because that's not how I ended. Gino, I did not give her signals because she was definitely my number one. I was like, yo, but at a certain point.
But were you in the space to even have a number one yet? Were you not? You should have still been scouting. You should have been still scouting. Not literally, but
my financial situation at the time, I was like, she got a car. Shit, she taking me to work. Shit, she got a job and she bringing me food from her job. Shit, it wasn't no McDonald's or fast food type shit either. It was like a catering type shit for like weddings and shit. So it's like you definitely my number one. And it was like I wasn't even thinking about her on some real shit. Like the knife incident came from me hitting Shorty up, my ex, and being like, yo, you still got my joint, and you was thought and she would thought it was real. It was real. I just wanted to take it slow. She was just accelerating shit. Like, I want to say me and my ex ended in February, right? So I was working at Walmart from like maybe like fucking
welcome to Walmart.
July.
Bro, you
and I met her in September. No. I didn't meet her in September.
Sir,
I forgot when the fuck did I start working at Walmart?
What did I miss? First of all, what more? How far did he dig?
We just go through the comments, man. Like, you can't raw dog me. Fuck you like you love me. Go to Candace, spend some days with me, and ask me why I'm around, dog. Talk.
Marquetta, shout out Marquetta, man, giving you a left third round right now.
Going so hard like this, like I didn't feel comfortable meeting your parents.
You should have stopped fucking her, bro.
Parents at that time.
Sometimes you gotta just fuck them and leave them, like Gino. You have to just fuck them and leave them. Fuck them and leave them.
like this then?
Bruh, you gotta remember, and this is me and you talking.
I'm listening.
I was working.
Not anymore. You and a few other people now.
From 4 to 11, my nigga. No, from 4 to 1. 4 to 1.
They had you at Walmart.
I am over on every single podcast. If I'm not here, I'm in the bed, sleep, or at home playing Fortnite.
This nigga playing Fortnite.
L7.
Yeah. Whoa!
I'm not
a reference. I see you, dog.
Look this way does not make me a whore.
Shit. It's looking kind of crazy, nigga.
You looking kind of wild in these stories.
It came from me hitting Shorty up because, you know, she had my Rolly, but I was like, yo, and she hit me up, and me and Shorty had an argument about the same thing. I was like, I promise you, I'm not fucking nobody else.
But
and
why should you have to be promising this?
Thank you. You shouldn't have to promise that.
You shouldn't even be in the space to even be promising.
Dude, if that's not your girl, you shouldn't have to promise that.
Period.
That's what I'm saying. Not saying you're being too nice, but I get you. You don't want to hurt somebody, but in the space you are, you have to in a sense do it, and it's it's unfair. But it's unfair. But you set yourself up, B, to get
coming to common ground on somebody of what y'all both want. Like, yeah, we both want this. We both want this. You want that. I want this. Okay, cool. But I'm saying yo, let's slow down. Because even after the parent situation, the Cannon incident, and her pulling the knife out on me, shit, and me going to work after that, it was something crazy. I was like, yo, I'm still trying to make this work with you. I'm like, okay, cool. That shit all cool, but this is where we at with this. I was trying to be an adult with it, but she was trying to yo, I just want a kid, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah.
Oh no, I would have ran.
I'm not ready for a kid right now.
I would have ran. When she wanted to meet the parents, I would have ran.
I know y'all emotional, and that's why I said that. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to do that right now, but I want to be with you. I'm just saying, let's take it slow. So if a man comes to you,
and that's the mistake you made. That's the mistake you made.
That was
you just got out of a real. You want to be with somebody else already?
I said
no, you can't say you're going to be with somebody and take it slow. You don't. If you're gonna,
it doesn't.
That's exclusivity.
Okay.
So saying I'm gonna be with you is exclusivity.
Okay. So let me break it down. So after all of that,
it's crazy, bro.
I was like, okay, that's cool.
How did we get here?
Addicted to love.
How did we get here?
It's this one over here.
Oh,
this nigga over here.
You're just proving the point right now, right there.
That nigga seen a little glimpse of something. And it went to a whole wormhole.
I'm not trying to make you know what? Fuck it. I'm wrong. All right.
Thank you. Shit.
I'm wrong.
Hey, this shit you are, man.
The entire comment section has only been telling you that for
more story.
Take it slow.
Take it slow.
Anything. Take life slow.
Don't even fuck. Just wait on that if you can. Wait on that. Because once that happens, the transference of energy, that's dangerous.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it's only if you. I don't know where it might fall on the floor or something, bro. I say if you if you getting your you know what I'm saying, your pain sex off. You know what I'm saying, when you in the streets. You know what I'm saying, it's getting that
hours pain different.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know the pain when you going through the I gotta forget sex. I gotta forget sex. Where you I'm just fucking a couple joints right now.
That'd be the best sex though. When you're trying to forget.
No, hold on. Marquita, you elaborate in the comments.
You mean well and seem sincere, but no.
Because she was trying to force a child on me. And I feel like that's a big responsibility.
Why was she trying to force a
child?
Hold on. I get why, but she was. This is something that she. Okay, hold on. Let me elaborate on her. This is something that she had a problem with her relationship in the past. She was like, "Oh, this past relationship didn't work out because I wanted a kid." Nah. The only one that wanted it was my first love, or FL, or whatever the fuck, you know. Like she.
What is the FL? Fruity Loops Studio?
First love. I don't know. You know, shit like that. You know, shit like that. This nigga slowly.
That's a fact. This nigga Sue hit her with the. So who baby that gonna be? Huh? Who baby that gonna be?
In the caddy though, but
we're gonna name the Daniel son.
You're gonna name your son Sue Jr.
Sue John.
Second, because it's gonna be
Sue Young, like Rush Hour. Sue Young.
Mark, you don't understand the light I've been trying to show this nigga.
That's family. He is his cousin.
Shit.
Nigga is darkness.
No. The light I've been trying to show this nigga, you would have called me common. There are times when you need. I'm the light, man. I'm the light. I'm the truth. I'm the God. I'm the proof. What my man Stovey said.
Man, a stone god.
Don't do that. Don't
throw all under the bus.
What my man said? Don't do that.
You pull that SpongeBob meme over like.
Got you. Don't do it. Nah, man, like I always say, I try to be as much of advice. Like I always try to say, I use my experience. I'm hot. It's hot. This wine is getting to me.
Like I can see it. Your shit is glistening.
I'm wearing all black too, though. I've been wearing all black.
Looking like Patrick Ewing.
I've been wearing all black all day. I don't know why. On the hottest day of the week, I want to wear jeans instead of wearing shorts. But yeah, though. I always try to use, like I said, any experience that I went through or anything like that. I try to use it as somebody else to give it on somebody. Like, yo, don't do that.
Nigga, I remember when I went through my breakup.
I don't go through that path.
You dropped some game on me. You dropped some game on me. You were like, yo, just close that up. Go get your pain fucking and, just.
You know what I'm saying? I gave you the play. That thing down.
You got 7 days, my nigga. You got 7 days.
He know the little the pain retreat I put him through.
Man. Retreat.
You know,
you think we playing with this pain shit. That pain shit is
trying to tell you, bro. Like, niggas been through it, bro. I'm trying to just help, bro. I'm just trying to help.
Because I help you. That's why
I hope you from Buffalo.
Nah.
I think Marquetta from the D. I think she's from the C, right? Marquetta's from the D, right?
Got you. I'm just saying, man. It's just, man, like, it's just so many things that can be avoided in these times where if like you just gotta look at the signs, man, and not just use this. Just going back to the general topic, you gotta look at the signs, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta look at the signs, find a way to just stand back and be like, yo, is this what I want, or is this the person I really want to be, or is this what I'm doing good for this person? Am I really like in it for the win with this person? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, this is a perfect segue to the next topic because this person is somebody that Stu could have used.
I just want to end it real quick and say her son is 1. She went back to her ex. And
okay. Does he look like you?
Son is 1. No.
How? L7, bro. You did all of that dumb shit.
This is who you needed in your side and in your corner. The female best friend. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the importance of the female bestie.
I got to spin on that because I was seen on the topic earlier.
It was fun.
How do women actually prefer a man with a female best friend? Will they actually date a man with a female best friend?
May I?
Yes.
So when not
that's
my
sisters are not blood.
Not my ex from like the 6-year joint, the one that had the 3 kids. When I was with her, I have a female best friend, and she always told me of how uncomfortable that made her. Mind you, Ari, you know my female best friend. You know a name like that. Like,
right.
That's like family to me.
Right.
So, and I told her that, and she was like, no, I don't like it. I don't like how y'all joke together, all yada, yada, yada. Some girls just don't like it. It's insecurities within them. That's what it is. Because if the roles were reversed, I don't think I'd want a female with a dude best friend either.
Damn, because all right, me, we got our people's a tie. You know what I'm saying? That's
shout out Ty, friend of the show. You know what I'm saying? Eastside podcast, all that, man. That's these 2 niggas on there too.
But like I said, that's our people. You see how we kick it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Same, just like
I thought she was your sister, like your blood sister.
This is how we watch. You know what I'm saying? Battle rapper, wrestling. We watch shows or music, and that we just be vibing, right? Whatever. Now, on our stance, we be thinking like, damn, do the nigga she be fucking with is be thinking like she just some like thought, or just like she always with these niggas, what they be doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Have you had to deal with that?
You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes be having that type of insecurity. Like me personally, I think it depends on where the root of that friendship came from. You know, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Like if y'all were like exes that just became really good
If y'all
friends,
used to fuck, I don't like it.
if y'all were exes that became really good friends or some shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, if y'all used to fuck, that's bad too, nigga. Cause it's still there. There's still energy there.
I'm not gonna lie, that's
not always. Cause what if you got a new girl?
Like Schoolboy said, if I could fuck her once, I'll fuck her twice.
But I'm just saying, what if? But what? All right, say if I got my own girl, and Ty dude be thinking like, you know what I'm saying, like what, like you know what I'm saying, like
you kind of did that.
But you don't see but the difference.
Over time, I've always been the guy the girl boyfriend thought I was.
But you don't see them in that light though.
I don't
see them in that light.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, how does a man find a way to like really like address that situation?
You gotta have that conversation
from himself to be like, yo, what's good with y'all? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like,
where did this come from?
How can you find comfortability? Like, what if she like, nah, I'm not giving up my friend. That's like, this has been my people's for years. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So much of the fact of why he's still around.
But if that's been their people for years, like, you know what I'm saying? How do you, once again,
because you just got to
find comfortability with it? Would you be able to be comfortable with it? Or would you try to find a way to, you know what I'm saying, find comfortability with it?
I ain't gonna lie.
Look at Gino being safe. Look at Gino being safe now.
Death. They literally have made me a better person. I strongly encourage.
Get out of here. Now you want to be safe?
In the opposite preferred
Nah, that's a fact.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, Ty is like my sister, and I know her for years upon years, like damn near 14 years. Like,
and fuck.
Even though I was playing with Arian about him having like her situation, having beef with him, like it was like, oh, like like I don't know you to be around him like that as much as you be around Soup.
Who met who first?
Situation.
I first.
I used to work with her at McDonald's back in the day. And he met her through
I met her just getting on the bus after school and shit. And like it was like, oh, like it was like, oh, like
I'm sorry.
Trying to bag you at first, but like nah, like it didn't turn out that way. And it's like, oh, ever since then we've been cool, seeing each other, say what's up, and we got closer over the years and shit. But it's like at the same time, I would not be mad. I'm not insecure at all. I would not if you had. Hold on.
Maybe I am insecure.
Finish your story. Fuck the comments. Finish your story.
Nah, but me and Ty, it never went on anything like talking. We just always been cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like, oh, like people don't get our relationship if you seeing it from the outside. Like that's legit my sister. Like, you know, like I love this girl. Like her son is my nephew. You know, like just like him, like this is my brother. Like I see them as family, you know?
Right.
Like
nigga, you is family. That's your cousin.
But once again, my question was from the other side, how do you, if you saying all that, now say you're the person on the other side.
Contradictory.
How do you find a way to understand or even get her to tell you all of that without, you know what I'm saying, sounding like a dick or sounding insecure?
Like, who are they?
What's the history?
Like, I'm gonna come to you on some grown man. Like, what's the history? And I expect you to come at me like a grown woman about it. There's nothing else to it.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. That is my whole point. The male friend is a friend zone nigga that's just waiting for his chance. Thank you.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
At the same time, you
can't say that's all it is,
as
though.
that person.
Well, no, Ari, most of the time.
Though.
Most of the time, that's what it is. Like, oh, I could have smashed, but I couldn't because she.
Oh no, I got you on that. I got you on the friend zone shit. Yeah, that's definitely true. And those are niggas I'd be like, nah, fuck that shit.
Nah, you know? I don't want that nigga around.
That nigga's a dub. You feel me? That's definite fact. But like I said, man, just having the female best friend that dynamic from I think as men is very much needed.
You need the other side.
For one, you like you say, you have the other side to really. I think it helps us as men. You know what I'm saying? I mean, depending on the woman, exactly. I mean, not all women are the same, but it gives us a side to not just be, you know what I'm saying, live on the patriarchal side all the time. we could see things from a you know what I'm saying, from a woman's side.
lenses.
You know what I'm saying? If something happens, we don't all just got to get our perspective. We get the woman's perspective. She might not like some shit, like, or she might, you know what I'm saying, might be out talking to her, say something to a woman a certain way. She's like, yo, that might have not been the right way to go about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But your niggas might not even think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to have, I think for me, that's one for me, I think just being raised around, you know what I'm saying, women, you know what I'm saying, most of my life, but having a female friend is still a different dynamic. Cause like I said, it's still like that homie you can confide in to talk about anything else outside of your, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Christina, man. She clued me into a lot of these games, man. A lot of these games that I've been put on to is her. She's like, yo, let me put you on to some game. And she tells me, like, that's why I appreciate her, because a lot of
female friends will be the realest with you too, though. Like, they'll be more so the like the more, what I want to say,
they're blunt. They're more blunt.
You won't really see a female that's really a yes man.
Yeah, they're more blunt about it.
See that too much. You know what I'm saying? They keep it real with you, like for real. And I always say I commend that, because I mean, women definitely would just keep it tall with you, unless, like I said, on the other side, if they got feelings, they might say some, you know what I'm saying, shit that in spite we can act like that's not around either.
Facts, you know? Gino. They'll let you know when you ain't got to call her back. Sue.
Cool. What happened?
Female best friends let you know when a second date isn't needed.
We looking at you, Sue.
What?
How many times we be trying to tell you, like, don't mess with any next thing you know, he's like weeks later, I just left such and such.
But then like they'll also tell you, like for example, Christina will tell me, like, yo, you need to get a haircut. You need to look like this, because she ain't gonna bag you like that. Like, she'll give you them tips and pointers too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, nigga, fuck is wrong with you? Like, what are you looking like that for? But nah, I always think
you homeless.
I think it's always dope to get like just to have a just platonic conversations with women. You know what I'm saying? You always have to talk to a woman, and it always got to be somewhere you're trying to get her number or something like that. Just having a conversation with a woman sometimes is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not, we're not saying it's dope like it's just have experience or something like that, but it's just as good as having a conversation with anybody else. Because I feel like, once again, getting that other side is always good. Like for me, I'm a person that I got to get the full spectrum of things. You know what I'm saying? And I've been like that definitely as of late, because I just know we really live in a, like, and trust me, I'm not about to say
simulation.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm like some super feminist or something like that. I'm not about to act like I am. But once again, living with women, being around women, and just having my admiration for just the woman in general, I have to understand, you know what I'm saying, her more to, you know what I'm saying, understand just everything else that's going on. I can't just look at everything from one side, because we've been looking at that, and especially in America, for all of our life.
Patriarchy.
You know, and we're seeing a lot of things of these past, you know what I'm saying, couple years unravel right in our face. And some of us look like, well, that's not normal, when it actually is the norm. It's the human norm. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to think more on a human base level lately, other than just man versus woman, you know what I'm saying, my parent versus child, stuff like that. I've been trying to look at things on a more human based level. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just been helping me with a lot of, you know,
female best friend
and observing people differently.
They can help you see that. They can help you see that other spectrum.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just in general, when you are able to understand from the male perspective and a female perspective, or in just any different perspective outside your own, you're able to think more objectively. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I felt like it helps better decisions in life, observe things better. You know what I'm saying? For me, you know what I'm saying? If it helps for somebody else, hopefully it does. But I think we definitely have to do that, especially in these times, man, because it's really nasty out here in the street, especially we were just talking about with the Joe Budden situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No.
Yo, this nigga is wildin'.
Real talk. I want to shout out my nigga Dominic Mariani from Performing Arts. Yo, this nigga gets sold us on the dream that women did not fart for like ever, and we really dead ass thought that. I got with my one girl, and she just started letting shit off me. And I used to be like, yo, what is this, like stone cold glass shattering?
Some women farts be smelling worse than my own, nigga.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know they like their Mexican food, bro.
The
Casamigos, and that shit be destroying they shit up, bro.
Seafood boil.
Like, yo,
Ugh.
you know, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna keep it tall. If I likes you, let that shit out, B, because you better start getting
This nigga
comfortable around
said
me, B.
he
Yeah.
want to get Dutch ovened.
Nah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's when she farts under the blanket and puts you under the blanket too.
Why you know that is disgusting.
I'm not gonna tell you why I know that. But just know a nigga know.
It's disgusting, B.
Is that like Superman in that house?
What is going on? I'm just talking about just making sure the lady around me wants to be comfortable. You don't gotta hide no shit from me, yo.
Okay,
if you want to burp, if you want to around me, is what I'm saying.
Don't take a shit around me. Don't take a shit around me.
If I really fuck with you, you know what I'm saying.
Don't take a shit around me though.
Huh?
Don't take a shit around me though.
At least spray.
Make it look like you weren't in there.
Spray, like for me, like because if I can't, I'm gonna keep it tall. If I can't take a shit in your house, I'm gonna think something wrong with you.
Shit, ain't no reason.
If a girl let me take a shit in her crib, bro.
Son, my ex, the first night, the first night I was at my ex's house, I took a shit in her bathroom. Like, and it wasn't like one of them like simple joints. It was one of them like I ate all day. I'm letting it off.
This nigga was like my man from Dumb and Dumber.
And nigga, I had to fuck her with a full stomach. I fucked her with a full stomach, fell asleep, went to the bathroom. I destroyed her shit. She had no spray. So I had to use cologne. I had to use Love Spell. You know how the Victoria's Secret Love Spell shit?
I don't have bodily functions before me.
Shit was strong as hell. And I bet you closed the door after.
Oh my God.
I had to use Love Spell.
I think it's cool. Like, I get it, but it's funny to me. Like, if it's just a random joint and she like just like we like chilling, I just hear like and I'll be like, oh, okay. Duly noted.
She landed off. She landed off.
Excuse me, I'm out. Like, all right, like you just don't got no respect for me. Like, what the fuck? Like,
she just landed off for no reason. Like she got some problems and shit. Like what the fuck?
I get you cooked this shit, but goddamn, like you could have went to the bathroom. I'm dead, son. Like, that's hilarious. Like I said, if I really like you, if I see myself about to be with you, like I said, like that, like be a regular human being around me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, be yourself.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. After a while, if you start doing that shit around me, we like, you know what I'm saying? A couple of like months in, I'm gonna start calling you a weirdo. Like, bitch, don't get no fucking constipation off me. Like, don't shit around me. You know what I'm saying? But no, like I said, I just like, you know what I'm saying, I like somebody to be, like I said, their regular self around me. You know what I'm saying?
Authentic.
Like for me, like when somebody, like I said, especially if I really like you, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like send a picture of you without makeup on. Like, I thought
you was gonna say send a picture of you shitting. I'm like, yo,
hell no, bro. Hell no, bro. Yo,
I thought you was gonna say that. Yo, I'm about to say relax.
Out of control, bro. But yeah. This is all real shit though. When you really love somebody, bro, you gonna let that shit rock, bro.
You overlook a lot. You overlook a lot.
Girl, what? This shit, girl. Like, shit, and y'all just gonna laugh about it on some dumb shit. Like, for real.
You overlook a whole lot, bro.
You be like, you gonna judge the shit out of them. And that's on both sides. We judgmental as a motherfucker before we really close with somebody.
Yeah, hyper moment when you go fuck with her, she first, you be like, y'all just looking at each other.
Yo, you know what that shit do to me when you see them taking a shit and then you gotta hit it from behind and you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you remember like
what? Hell no.
You go down on it, you see pieces of toilet paper in the pussy. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm tapped out. I'm tapped out right now.
Yo.
Hair pick gonna fall out.
Yo.
This shit flying off the fucking rails, nigga.
You seen her take this, she still had the tissue. Yo, whoa, son. Whoa.
Gino, she's showering, but you know what I'm saying? When you with somebody for that many years.
You let her shower first, bro.
When you with somebody for that many years,
He was HORNTEE.
Horn T. And when it's there and it's convenient in-house pussy, you are not gonna ask questions.
Now we talk, like I said, wifey, in-house. Nah, bro, you just not see that.
It's wifey. It's wifey though.
Especially if I'm down. You better have. You might got to hit the shower. Hit the shower, baby.
Of course. Obviously, I'm just fucking around. I'll get in the shower.
Get the fucking shower. We're gonna try round 2.
But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There have been nights where I'm down there and I see I'm picking the paper toilet out the fucking, and I'm not in the mood no more. Shout out to her, though. She got me blocked. She ain't gonna see this.
Well, I think Blueface had something to say about Cardi B when she was twerking in the Tatiana.
Her twerk win.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I forgot what they called it. Like her twerk win. Oh my god! Like my man's told me the name, but I forgot.
That walk past wind when somebody walk past you and sit down. That's just stink.
Yeah.
Yeah, we is really 2 hours in, and we talking about farts and shits with our loved ones. I love it.
Regular Monday.
I ain't gonna lie, this is how you know it's a slow news week, yo. It's really a slow
regular
news
Monday shit.
We having fun though. We having fun, man.
Because it's my birthday.
Shit, have y'all seen the Kwame Brown cooking food on IG Live?
Yo, man, this nigga done took enough, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Why you want to do this right after Kobe Hall of Fame? And now you feeling the type of way?
I mean, he was dropping gems though. He was dropping
facts. What was he saying?
I mean, I got the video right here. Hold on.
I seen somebody said that nigga. That was Vince Staples said that nigga looked like he cooked some crazy shit on the barbecue.
Man, hold on. I got you right now.
It was such a random drop though. Like what just like possessed them to like?
I had to go back and watch the Gilbert Arenas episode of All the Smoke. They was cooking.
That's why Gilbert Arenas was in the post. I thought
that's where it comes from because Gilbert Arenas, he don't pull no punches.
Right.
So they went in on him on some like, yo, this nigga's trash type shit, and he responded. This was a snippet of
what the nigga say? What did he say? You see the screens I was saying, nigga?
Who the fuck want to see? So let me get this straight. So everybody loved Kobe Bryant and wanted to see him score and wanted to see him shoot. So he scored and he shot, and the people around him didn't get that many shots and they didn't score. And you mad? Didn't you get what you wanted? Didn't you get? Are you not entertained, nigga? He hit 81 motherfucking points. Did you see the screens that was set, nigga?
Did you see the screens?
Nigga. What's wrong with you niggas, dog?
On the Bladock, nigga, you heard?
Nah, but he basically saying like he went off of that and he was like, yo, most of the best pussy I ever had was because of Kobe.
Oh my gosh.
He said he was hitting models. He was in them sugar walls with 3 points a game.
I mean, when you a Laker, I mean, what the fuck? Like,
but he's a trash Laker.
It was still a Laker though.
They give him Smush Parker buns?
He probably did, bro. LA's a nasty place at times, bro.
Oh my god.
You never know when they run through them random fucking cities and shit. Niggas take little hotel stops, bro.
That nigga was fucking bitches in Skid Row.
Ugh. Don't do Kwame Brown. His name is Kwame, bro. He has a brother name, bro. He has one of the most brotherly brothers names.
What's the Biggie line,
bro?
Your life is played out like Kwame.
Yeah, like like my uncle, he used to play Madden back in the day. He used to cheat, so he used to always make creative players, right? And they all would be like black leaders and shit. And guess what? The irony play on though.
Shout out to your uncle for that. That's creative as fuck.
This is on the old Madden. This is like on the old Madden on the 64. I'm talking
this is creative as fuck.
I'm talking like Game Day 98 or Madden 90. One of them joints back in the day.
The Marcus Garvey Eagles?
No, listen though. He would have like all the black leaders, right? And like I'm talking like Kwame Ture, Seki Ture, Malcolm X. I think like Steve B. So like mad people, right? But the irony of the team they would be playing for was the Washington Redskins. That's his favorite team. I love my uncle to death.
Hey,
that's my teacher.
Yo.
That's one of my grand teachers. But I just thought that was one of the funniest shits in the world, yo.
But what was his reason? Like, yo, I like them. I like them. I like them.
I don't know. Like maybe. I think it's when the black quarterback won the Super Bowl back in the day. I think that's what he's saying.
Hey, I mean, and I'm just saying that's rare. A lot of black quarterbacks got a ring out here.
Understandable. But when I used to watch them play, I'm like, why are they don't play for the Redskins? Like, Malcolm X never played football ever. And he's definitely not a quarterback, but if he was, he probably would be one. But anyway, I give Malcolm X wide receiver probably.
I think Kwame doing this at the night. Mind you, first of all, I just want to point out these motherfuckers got inducted across the street.
Guess you didn't go, you fucking bum.
And I didn't go. I lived across the street.
You're a loser. You talk all this basketball and you ain't go to see KG? You go to see Bean? Could have been standing on outside just like chilling. You feel me? That's see, Kobe done froze the shit. He was like, hey, let me fuck his shit up. I'm about to beat the shit out of this nigga real quick and don't want the people to see it. That nigga got a bunch of paranormal activity going on around inside.
Oh my goodness.
But now speaking of that, man, shout out to KG, man, Tim Duncan, and Kobe Bean Bryant, man. These dudes finally inducted all of it. This is our with 96 and 96 class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
well, not Tim Duncan. Not Tim Duncan.
Is 95. Yeah.
Yeah, Duncan was there, but he was in the league before Kobe.
Yeah, you're right. But still same era. But these are guys. You know what I'm saying? These are our guys from our era. Finally making it into the shit.
That's why I felt bad. I was like, yo, I grew up watching these niggas. C-Web, Bill Wallace.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Turning it up, but you just loser.
Hey, I mean, listen, it turns out they were inducted in the Mohegan Sun, not across the street. So, I mean,
all right.
I'll let you see another day. I'm gonna send Gino the link because he wanna pull up.
Nah, Gino, I know Malcolm X was kind of trash at sports. I know.
What?
Malcolm was kind of trash at sports.
He really was.
He was into sports, but it wasn't his thing.
Damn, no wonder he was going so hard at Homeboy in the movie. at Jim Brown.
Yes.
He was going in on Jim Brown.
You see, he quit. He said, "Fuck football shit." Bad. Nah,
one night in Miami. Go check that out. Great movie.
Nah, definitely, man. Check out Godfather of Harlem too, man. Check out. I like his interpretation of how they have him in there. You like Godfather of Harlem?
Nah, bro.
We fuck with Godfather of Harlem, bro. That's our shit.
I think I'm all gangster out. I just finished The Wire. I'm all gangster out, man.
Flipping the douchey? The douchey?
Real quick, can I get a Wire takeoff? Real quick.
All right, what you got? Oh, we got brother Gino coming in. He
gonna have to wait or agree.
I know, I got you. We're gonna get these playing tournament talks up before we get up out of here.
Don't ever, and this is not to you guys, because y'all haven't done that, we haven't done that. I'm talking about the timeline, them niggas. Don't ever in your fucking lives compare Snowfall to The Wire. Don't ever do that. Ever again. Ever again. We gotta hold Wire.
Ransom will feel differently.
We gotta hold The Wire to shows like Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, Oz, shit like that. Don't compare it to young Franklin Saint.
But don't do that. Don't do that to Snowfall. Don't do that.
I'm not. I love Snowfall. You know that. But
I don't like your tone.
It's levels. It's levels here. It's levels here,
bro. What my man Leonard Washington said. You better check your tone.
You better check your tone. Better get your inside voice on about the
That ass big.
But I agree with Lowe's.
No, I understand. But reason why episodes ago why I don't compare it. It's two totally different shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's two totally different shows. One is literally putting a magnifying glass on the corruption of the city of Baltimore and how it
everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
The whole thing, even media.
But that's what I'm saying, how it trickles down. The Snowfall is showing the corruption in the CIA and how it brought crack into the states. That and Iran-Contra is that specific thing. The Wire is loosely based off of, you know what I'm saying, certain people, but it's his own story from David Simon's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But then that is a real story seen through, you know what I'm saying, the writers and John Singleton's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Their interpretation from living in LA and doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different type of thing. One is like a timepiece, and one is like a magnifying glass on a city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the best way to describe it. One's a timepiece, and the other one is that's dope.
That's why when they say Jay is best protege, I say Ye, because Ye made a bigger impact.
What the fuck does that guy?
Wait a minute. This nigga high.
Oh, I don't know. Never mind.
Fuck that. Bring Gino in. Where Gino at?
ID hoes, me hoes.
Good niggas, what's good?
Hey, look, it's Jesus Nice with dreadlocks.
Yo, hold on. Before we begin, Sue, I need you to reiterate that again. You said Jay-Z's nicest protege is Kanye West?
It probably is, actually.
He's only going up impact.
Kanye West hasn't had an impact in almost a decade.
That's the
but on them boards,
This was a Grammy for a gospel album.
Huh?
He did win a Grammy for a gospel album.
Scoopity Poop? That gospel album was a pandering album. Let's be real.
He got a Grammy for it though.
So what? R. Kelly got a Grammy for a gospel album.
Gospel kind of lit right now. Like
you compete. Gospel is an easier competition than the current rap. You have a far smaller selection group. And if you come in as a secular artist to make a gospel album, they're going to reward you because it's Jesus saved your life. Let's not do that.
That's not bad record, was he though? Lecrae don't got a follow God record though. Like Lecrae don't got a follow God record. Like
I miss secular Kanye. I miss secular Kanye, dog.
No, I ain't go, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, I think once J. Cole, like we really sit and like and look at J. Cole, he has ups and downs. It's tough, man. They're closer than we really think.
It's him. It's either him, Beans, or Ye.
Nah,
when you talk about protege, where do you guys put Rihanna?
Rihanna, number one.
For real.
Ross.
No, Ross is a mentee. He's not a protege. He was a mentee.
I told you, bro. I told you that already.
I'll elaborate. Rick Ross didn't get put under the wing. He got put on the branch next to the nigga. He got told, you already know how to fly. I'm going to show you where the good spots are to eat. J. Cole, Kanye, he took them niggas up like, yo, I hear the baby bird. Let me drop some food in your mouth. Let me show you this. Let me show you how to flap your wings. He ain't have to do that with Ross. He ain't have to do that with Jesus.
Jay would feed him through his mouth like a bird?
Bro, I'll tell you right now, keep it a buck. J. Cole would not be where he was without that first feature. That first feature on Jay's album.
Night Watch? Oh, Jay album stars. Yeah. I agree.
That right there, because I'll be real.
Cult classics, but
that right there,
that verse definitely took it up.
Because Jay-Z, everyone knows Jay-Z doesn't just put anybody on. It's like, yo, I got this new kid from the South. He sound like a New Yorker. Listen to him. The minute that dropped, everything else after guaranteed his foothold in New York. Same way Dipset signing Wayne is the reason why Wayne got over the United States.
They didn't sign him. Dipset.
No, I'm saying co-signing. Like they saying they're like, yo, you on every mixtape.
I wanted that shit though. I wanted that more than anything.
I didn't want that.
Wayne signing to anything in New York City was like Chris Paul going to the Lakers, bro.
And only wanted one thing. My album can't be felt. My face can't be felt. I wanted that album.
I still want that shit.
We got the mixtape. No, it was I Can't Feel My Face. We got
it was blow
shit.
And then we got the
he calls that his
fucking. And I was tight because but Peep Game, Wayne took mad songs off there and just put them on his next two albums.
Yup.
Yeah,
that was the end of Wayne. That was the end to Wayne. How you have two songs, like he had 3 singles that were remixes of songs he did with Jules.
Nigga, Bad Side? You imagine, nigga, Bad Side was my shit.
No.
I'm sorry.
Bad Side.
Yo.
What's the other joint? One Arm? The One Arm shit?
Oh my God, I gotta find that record.
That beat the Bad Side.
That record now.
They sampled Dreamgirls, right?
No, them
niggas killed the Black Republic.
They sampled Dreamgirls, right?
Oh my God.
What about Hawaii 5-0?
What else did they kill? They killed the original Always in the Club. That shit with Chubby Baby.
Can I play this Bad Side record real quick?
Oh yeah. Oh my
goodness. Back and forth. Sorry, I don't got YouTube Red. Fuck that shit. Fuck. I'm sorry, Leor Cohen. I'm not.
You need to get YouTube Red.
Leor Cohen is not getting my bread, bro. I'm sorry.
I forgot he owns that.
I'm sorry. And this was my fucking movie too, yo.
Bro, I was in Iraq shooting. Niggas here. I just want to point out my Knicks guaranteed 4th seed. I told you they weren't playing the Bucks.
Excuse me, sir. Our Knicks.
Short thing, masshole. Anyway,
our Knicks, because these niggas is Nets fans.
Oh, y'all Nets fans?
These niggas over here.
He's a Mavericks fan.
I respect the Mavericks fan. The Spurs is my low-key second team just because of Manu Ginobili. I said Manu is my top 5 player of all time. Huh?
Let's get into these plans, man. What you predict?
All right, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I
want 7 seed to be Washington.
Washington? So you got them beating Charlotte?
No, yeah, I think they can make 7 seed. I think they can win 2 games straight.
If they beat Ari, you got the field with you, right? You got the field. If they beat Washington, who do they end up playing?
Washington Pacers, Boston.
Hornets.
And
I don't want Boston going anywhere near the playoffs.
Boston, no, I want Boston. Boston's not gonna make it. I don't think Boston.
No, they're not. They're not gonna make it.
I think the problem with Boston is their organizational culture. Fuck them.
And their coach can't coach stars.
No, it's not even that. I don't even think that it's not even mad that their coach can't coach stars. It's the core players don't want to play. So when you that whole this is all like. This is all stemming back from the IT situation.
Damn,
yeah, listen, that was the farthest they've been. That was the farthest they've been. That year was they haven't gotten past that. They haven't gotten to
Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Did they make it to Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, they played Miami.
But that was the Disney one. We doing that?
If it counts for LeBron, if y'all counting that shit for LeBron, we gotta count.
Fine, I'll take that back. But again, that's still an anomalous season. That's not the normal season.
Oh, you one of them niggas.
No. I'm saying that I'm not talking about the individual player effort. I'm talking about the actual organic chemistry. There's people who came back who weren't supposed to be coming back. The playoffs started earlier and later at the same time. Less games in the season, but later on in regular time.
All right. For sake of argument, all right.
But that being said, you have a team where it's, hey, we got Kyrie. We traded away IT, who was low-key the heart and driving force of that team, who had all those young guys buy into the coach. You trade him away. Like, look, this organization believes in me. Look, I'm playing here. I got things going on, but I believe in the city. I'm putting it on for my fans. I'm putting it on for you guys. I'm here. Hey, we're sending you to Cleveland. What? Yo, we have a chance to get Kyrie. Kyrie come over and it's like, yo, this is my team. I'm here to take over. And they're looking at this nigga like, nigga, you don't even know the coach's playbook.
Damn.
So then you have a season of that. On top of Gordon Hayward unproductiveness, then you have people who are rising, but the problem
he got injured too.
Right, but
even when he came back though.
When he came back, he never was himself.
Right.
Still ain't.
Right, but that's to be expected. I tell niggas Paul George and Kevin Durant are anomalies for these things. A lot of people don't.
We're gonna judge Paul George now.
Well, Paul George has already come back. The problem, his streakiness isn't the constant because his defense is still there. So his explosiveness and stuff like that. That's
his defense.
His defense is still there.
I don't know, bro. Every time Luka looks at this nigga every time they play, and he's like food. Paul George is food to these.
For some, I'm gonna be honest. It looks like it, but you gotta remember when you have someone who's like, "Look, I'm gonna attack your best defender with my best player night in and night out." You expect a certain level of result. These people aren't going after Kawhi; they're going after him,
which is fucked up for him because they're taking him as the light one.
But remember now, so it's hey, I got all this pressure on me defensively. He still shows up. He still shut niggas down. It's hey, you got this generational talent going off on you. Like, bro, what do you expect? This is like nigga, it's Luka. Luka is an exceptional player. He goes off on a lot of people.
Kawhi has to stop LeBron.
Oh yeah, Marquita or Marquita. Sorry, I mispronounced that. They didn't get further than Kemba. They tied up with Kemba.
Yeah, it's the same.
They got to a game 7, right?
Yeah, they went to a game 7.
They didn't go to a game 7 with Miami.
Nope.
So I'm gonna say IT, but it was a continuation.
I agree. I like the culture that I get what you're saying. I totally agree with that.
Culture now when you have
so drowned out from where it was those couple years ago. From this shit, like you said, trying to find that new star when you got two guys already there who had to fight to show that they're the stars there now. And it's like, it's just an unsettling kind of culture where like they kind of had to force the culture there where it's still kind of building, you know what I'm saying? Like Kemba's still trying to get his foot in there, you know what I'm saying? Like fully to really show he's there all the way, you know what I'm saying? And then like you got Jaylen Brown, who I feel like my personal pick, who kind of filled that void of what IT was doing, like just like the attacker, the heart and soul of the Celtics. His injury to me, I felt was very detrimental to the Celtics. If he wasn't injured, they have a better chance in this, you know what I'm saying? We at least have them coming out of the play-in tournament.
They'd be 6. I'd give them 6. They'd be in.
I got them coming out of the play-in tournament with Jaylen Brown. And it's definitely in the fold. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I really see him, like from seeing how he's been coming up. Remember how IT used to just, you know what I'm saying, get in his balling game.
He was a bucket getter.
Ball with the crowd. Like that's how Jaylen Brown does for me. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Dre.
The only thing I disagree with, I like your assessment of him, but the only disagreement is that I find Jaylen Brown to be more of the heart of the team.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he's the heart of the team. That's what I'm saying. Pardon me.
Oh, I thought you said you're saying Jason Tatum.
No, I'm sorry. I might have said that. I'm probably probably did say that.
Tatum might be.
He's the number 1 scoring option.
He might need to leave. He might need to leave,
bro. I don't think so. I think you just have to. Sometimes you just gotta have those like. When you have those off seasons, like when you really like just saying transparency, it involves everywhere, bro. You gotta have that serious, like, yo, I feel like I'm doing crazy right now with the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? You think Kobe was just gonna sit back and be like, hey man, check, this is you, this all you. Nah, nigga,
I'm trained that nigga too.
This is us. You know what I'm saying? And when Shaq left, you know what I'm saying? They knew who it falls on because I'm just as an equal part to this shit. You know what I'm saying? I think once him and Jason Tatum are kind of like in that space right now. But like I said, for me personally, I see Jaylen Brown as more so the heart of it, as we would probably see with Kobe for the Lakers. You know what I'm saying?
Agree with that. So to push the conversation forward, where do you have everyone falling in the playoffs tournament, the play-in tournament?
All right. So let's see. We got Hornets and Pacers on Tuesday, and Wizards and Celtics. I got Hornets coming out of that and Wizards coming out of there, especially with LaMelo coming back. I think they got to definitely, you know what I'm saying, a lot more confidence in themselves. You know what I'm saying? LaMelo's going to come back with a vengeance also. And the Wizards, like I said, just coming with just taking advantage of the injuries, the Celtics that they got right now. You got 2 of your guys healthy. They're going to do their thing.
Russ playing out of his mind too.
Which I got?
I got the same basically. Hornets, Wizards. Russ is playing out of his fucking mind. He's like a man possessed, and LaMelo. I think the Hornets are a better team than who they play. The Pacers, right?
Right.
I think they're better than the Pacers.
I think they are.
Sure.
I think they are.
I think they have better players, but overall, I don't think they're better than the Pacers. I think
they have better pieces that can like take them.
I think the Pacers. I think the Pacers. The difference, just these two individual teams. I think Sabonis is going to be a problem for them to handle. I don't think they have anybody that can really handle him. And
they don't have a big that can like combat Sabonis.
No. There's not too many bigs in the league who can keep it above. He's a top 5 big man.
Sabonis?
No, over these past
season, he's been top 5.
He's definitely stepped his shit up like a lot. Bro.
You need to have a top 5 put considerable pressure on him.
Top 5 big men. So you're putting him. I mean, I'm assuming he's number 5.
No. He's number 6. That's what I'm saying. You need a top 5 big man to stop him. Put pressure.
I thought you said he is a top 5 here.
No.
Like, nigga.
No. That's not what I'm saying. He's like, once you're in the top 10, you need a top 5 player to stop you.
Right.
He can play better than his daddy, that's for sure.
So I think the Pacers can beat them. I just don't think the Pacers can beat the Wizards.
Who's at home? Who's at home right now?
Doesn't matter.
Are they playing another game?
Celtics are at home.
Celtics are losing.
Right.
Celtics are not a good home.
The Wizards are gonna win.
And you know Russ gonna thrive in that shit too. Just to what I'm saying.
Triple double for us?
I honestly
I wouldn't focus on it, but if it happens, I ain't mad.
I mean, he wins more games with triple doubles than he loses.
Right.
Apparently. Shout out Jared, the corner Jared.
It's just natural at this point, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
let's see. We got Spurs. You got Spurs and Grizzlies.
Oh yeah, this is the interesting
Grizzlies and Wizards. I mean Warriors at the Lakers. Woo, that's gonna be
Warriors. Lakers could be anybody.
Yeah, I think at the Lakers is at the Lakers, right?
It doesn't really matter.
Yep, it's in LA.
Nah, Gino, but that kind of does matter because these niggas, the crowds are coming back.
Full crowd. It's not the full crowd, so it doesn't matter.
The crowds are coming back.
But it's not the full crowd. You're talking like 60%. You're not talking like 100% stadium screaming Jack Nicholson at the sideline with the glasses on, bro.
Oh, that nigga been there all year. He said,
you're not getting it like that. You getting niggas with the mask, they're in the back. You behind the plexiglass. You can sound like a hockey game.
I think Curry is just like Russ. He's playing out of his fucking mind. He's locked in.
He just want scoring champ, bro. Like
he got it. He is a scoring champ.
I think he won it. He been going crazy this year, bro.
I want to say Warriors in a close one.
No,
I definitely still got the Lakers. I got Lakers in a close one.
Cause you niggas want to see LeBron in the playoffs.
Nah, bro.
That's not what I'm saying. I don't think the game's gonna be a close game. It's either gonna be really far apart, or it's either gonna be one side or the other. I think it's gonna be at least a 12-point swing on either side.
Damn. 12-point swing. Okay, so looking at the teams, the Warriors have Draymond for AD.
That's not good enough threat, but yeah.
It's not, and I think AD might cook food. AD is gonna eat.
It depends. But if I'm AD and like the thing is this, how hard do you want to play in this first playoff game? You gotta play for real. But the same, you gotta conserve yourself.
You don't think LeBron is hyping these niggas up for this game?
I think that he is. I think the whole team is pretty much back together. Everybody's ready.
He got personal vendetta with this game. You know what I'm saying? Especially they've been playing all the like old footage from the old championship.
The Lakers were 2 games.
LeBron be on the net. He's scrolling, looking at the shit like, I remember what that nigga said during. Ooh, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying?
Curry's been like chill this year. He ain't been on the bullshit.
When he get around LeBron, he get tough, bro. He get tough around LeBron.
He get that beige rage.
He don't play around LeBron, bro. You don't let LeBron punk him, bro. Remember when LeBron pushed him, bro? I mean, with my man, like, nah, chill, God, chill, bro. You don't even know, bro. You don't even know. You already know how we give it up.
I think LeBron is recruiting that nigga to play in LA.
Bro.
LeBron is recruiting him.
I think really what happened with the Warriors is that they told Clay to pretty much shut it down for another year. We're gonna try and go for another draft pick,
and they didn't.
And what happened was Steph Curry just kind of was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that this year.
He didn't want to tank.
I'm not tanking." and the organization pivoted. So now you have it like, well, Draymond, like I think Clay could play right now, but since Clay told the league and the Warriors told the league he's out for the season, he's out for the season.
You imagine the Splash Brothers come back for the play-in?
That would be crazy. That would wow. But you can't pull him back. You already have your roster set.
Damn.
Right.
Fuck Adam Silver, dog.
That's to avoid situations like this where you have a nigga take a whole year off and just coming in the playoffs.
Man, I got LeBron. I got LeBron trying to shut Curry's confidence down, bro. I got LeBron on some personal shit, bro. I think he gonna literally try to be like, scoring, that's you, word, say less.
I do everything else.
I ain't supposed to be here, nigga.
I personally think we're gonna have the Lakers at seed 7. And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Spurs at 8.
You just said last episode the Spurs are the weakest seed in the
No. I'll tell you this. This is the whole thing. I said I wouldn't be surprised. The weakest seed doesn't mean that they're not the best coach.
Nigga, John is gonna cook Murray. First of all,
I think no. This is again. This is me just having faith in Popovich, not the players. That's it.
I can hear you on that playoff experience.
That's all. That's all. The play-ins is
I can hear you on that.
If this was just a playoffs.
Were they in the play-in last year?
Yeah, I think so.
And they made it. The Spurs beat
I think they made. I think they got eliminated in the last game. Let me check.
I think the Suns. It was the Suns and the Blazers, and then there was 2 more teams that did a play-in too. It was Suns, Blazers.
OKC, because OKC snapped on these niggas. I called that from beginning of the season. I called it that CP3 was gonna be playing the Rockets. I thought he was gonna beat them, but I didn't think Westbrook was coming back.
That was when he did the Thanos shit. He's like, "Oh, you did all of that just to come back to me." When he looked at Harden.
High moment of the pod. I just thought of a dope dad joke. Because I just heard Wiz Khalifa was trying out for a basketball team. Guess which one?
Oh my God!
The Blazers.
Yo, where's the Seinfeld music for this nigga? Please, where is the fucking Seinfeld drop for this nigga now?
I'm sorry. We do this all day.
This nigga, man.
We are white gelato and cereal milked up right now.
I was about to ask what you smoking on.
Oh my gosh. Carry on.
Nah, but I think the Grizzlies have, because they got very close last year. Very close. I think about this close.
Last year, all right, so the Spurs weren't in it last year.
It was the Grizzlies, right? But they lost to somebody.
Yeah, the Grizzlies were. I think it was the Grizzlies. Yeah, the Grizzlies and Portland. They lost to Portland.
Yeah, right, and Portland beat them. Yep, that was a whole Dame is a better shooter than Curry talk that came out of that. Which I don't know how that conversation even.
I be real. If Portland wasn't injured last year, if they had the full season, I think Portland would have taken LA.
Nah, you bugging.
Yeah, they would have had time for everyone to come back.
LeBron took that nigga hard.
Nah, he had nobody on his team. It wasn't that he didn't have his. CJ McCollum was playing with a broken back and was just this guy Lillard by himself, essentially.
Which is pretty much the story this year.
Yeah, again. I
mean, he won that nigga house. That nigga bet his whole house. The niggas is crazy.
2 wins though. Son delivered. You gotta respect that dude.
Like, you gonna bet your house on that though?
Hey, he won. I would make some money if I bet on the Knicks winning more than making it to the 4th seed, bro. I think.
Let's talk about these Hawks, man. Tomahawks, Blackhawks, don't even matter.
The Knicks beat them 3 times this season. The last time was in overtime,
which was a couple weeks ago.
Right, and they beat them by 10 in overtime. Mm-hmm. I personally don't see them as a threat.
I think Randall is gonna treat Capella and Collins like barbecued fucking chicken on the inside. And Randall can shoot. Capella and Collins cannot shoot.
No, and I think Nerlens Noel has been playing exceptional.
quietly, very quietly.
And I think he's been showing just standout defense. Like it really sucks that he should be on the all NBA second defensive team, the minimum.
Shit, him
and been growing amazingly, and I say definitely since he left. Right, not being violent, since he left OKC, his defensive game has definitely been rising up. I don't know what was going on in OKC that made him just want to step his shit up heavily, but I've definitely been seeing that shit.
He was a bust. Niggas thought he was a bust because when he came in the draft, he had all that clout from Calipari in Kentucky because he played with Kentucky.
They screwed him because he ended up in the 76ers system, the process. He got screwed by that. He was sitting out there with him, Okafor, and
Carter Williams.
Yo, they had the stack. They had like a legion of power forwards and centers. There was no point. He was the one in the interview who was like, "Yo, I'm too good to be playing 10 minutes a game."
That shit was sad as hell, B. So sad.
But yeah, I think honestly, all right. The way the playoffs are looking, I think the East right now, realistically coming out of the East, Eastern Conference Finals.
Nets,
Knicks.
The culture needs that. We need that.
And I'm hoping the West Coast, Western Conference Finals, LA.
Ah, that would be hard.
The first time something like that has ever happened.
That would be hard. You imagine that?
Like, yo, listen.
All the small states and other
you
states
have to get the custom fitted. You have to get the custom fitted.
All the small markets hate us.
They hate us so bad. So bad. You got that one kid playing on that like dirt road in Indiana that's like, son of a bitch. It's okay, little baby bird.
With his fucking Rick Smith's jersey.
You know, like that one nigga that be making the little basketball shit on the farm. That's the nigga who be getting pissed off. Because that nigga got a whole fucking I don't even want some of these basketball players go and train with that nigga because he gonna put them through the work
on a farm. Like
he gonna make them fucking do the fucking manure and then go do shots. Like
that's like CrossFit, damn near. That's what Rick Ross was doing. Like pushing tires and all that. That's CrossFit.
Here, let me see.
I'm sorry you being a Pistons fan. It's okay. It's okay. Not everyone.
Marquette has been a Pistons fan. Shit,
Isaiah Thomas. He's my number 2.
Disappointments.
Number 2 point guard all time.
He had the requirements.
Niggas seen that play from the Nets last night? Niggas is just they Harlem Globetrotting all the way.
We're gonna get draft pick though.
Yeah, definitely. The next few years.
Niggas said, "Woo!" And fucking Lakers.
Yo, that pass was crazy. That pass was something. It's like
I couldn't hate.
That's so unfair. I feel so bad for the teams like watching that. Like, what do you say about like the coach against that? Like, what?
Even the referee was losing his shit.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. That's a circus shit. That's a circus.
Yo, I see why you want Washington to come out of that AC.
They can beat the Nets
versus Russ.
I don't think they can beat the Nets, but they could really drag them through the mud. I want
them up for us
right there, bro. That's going to be a show.
I think like LeBron, it is lucky for everyone in the West Coast and unlucky for everyone on the West Coast that LeBron has to play Curry first. Because that's the only person who could take him out early in so many ways.
Kawhi could take him out too.
No. Kawhi could because Kawhi needs a series. Keep it a buck. Kawhi needs a series.
6 games. Easy.
But he can't. But I'm saying the play-in, to lose to him immediately in the play-in.
Oh, there's one and done. Right.
Yeah. Like the only person who could get that one and done and really get in his head, Curry.
Right.
Because the thing is, you need at least one game to see how Curry gonna start shooting.
Oh my God! You seen him last night with the Grizzlies?
Yo, and the thing this is the only thing.
That was like MVP.
Curry he takes a deep 3-point shot when he's up by like 20 and starts dancing.
Nigga, asshole. He an asshole.
Why you do this when you down by 3? Do this when you down by 3. Heat yourself up. Don't do it when you. Oh yeah, I'm up by 30. Like no one wants to see that. No one wants to see. That's why your wife is seeking attention.
Oh shit! Oh damn! Whoa!
Oh shit! Nah, bro. I mean, like I said, Curry being the one who I think who could take him out. And
I'm not mad at that. Like you said, that's the most split match in this whole probably playoffs, to be honest with you.
If Curry doesn't take him out, he's gonna be amped and ready. He's gonna have that battery pack is on now.
Exactly.
Who do they land? Who do they play? They play easy matchup with the Suns.
They will play Phoenix if they come out.
And they can get them out.
No team with Chris Paul is an easy matchup.
You know that.
LA can get them out. LeBron can get the Suns out.
No, yeah, I think so because
It's gonna be another draft of the month type of thing, I believe.
I just think it's because they have better players. I think CP3 personally, in my opinion, has a better IQ and better skill set than LeBron. LeBron has a better physical talent and close enough skill set where it overpowers him.
CP's mind.
I was say his IQ is not that close. They're not that far off.
No,
you give CP3 time on his side. Not like on an old man since he's just been balling at that level for way longer.
I think CP3 just really sucks.
His health sucks.
His health sucks. It's like physically you can't rely on him so far. And he's been better at passing off and playing smarter.
Right.
But at the same time, the Suns is a dangerous team just because of him being there.
He knows how to get those guys like in the right spots at the right. Like I never. What's their center name?
Ayton.
The guy look like the dude super hot.
DeAndre Ayton.
Ayton, yeah. Like with CP3, like he's found that like confidence and stuff that I did not see since he got drafted, and that's why I feel like the Suns were so lost. I ain't gonna like for real, they were really lost without that motherfucking CP3.
Devin Booker wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, they were really lost without that nigga. For niggas who really didn't know like what's their next steps was in the games, I feel like CP3 brought a lot of experience and niggas over there. Yeah.
Kramer said, "What are you doing?" No,
he gave them niggas swag.
This is get in this spot. You move this way, you can get that. You know what I'm saying? Like just off experience with the fucking, you know what I'm saying, the multitudes of centers he played with and shit. Like you know what I'm saying, he played with great fucking centers.
Low key. I think Westbrook learned that from CP3. Not him being on the same team, but him going to the Rockets after CP3 left.
Mm-hmm.
It's him coming there and these people saying like, nah, this is what Chris Paul did. This is what Chris Paul did. This is what Chris Paul did. Because you see when he went to the Wizards, that's pretty much what he did. He went there and was like, yo, this is what you guys are doing now. This is you guys doing. I'm making
them a grip though, because they were what 34. They were 18 and 65 or 18 and 35 or some shit. They were down in the hole for a while.
Yeah. I mean, they fought into the playoffs, so you gotta respect that.
Fuck them niggas. So did we. I say it every time. Every game for the Knicks was a playoff game.
They fought into the play-in. Sorry, we into the playoffs.
Thank you. Every game for the Knicks was a playoff
game. Tom Thibodeau should get Coach of the Year.
That's a fact.
I'm not mad at that. You'll never hear an argument from me for that.
Julius Randle should get most improved.
Speaking of still playoff, you know what I'm saying, ending. So if we got Charlotte coming out of the East for their playing?
Nah.
So you got
Charlotte.
You got Washington?
Yes.
Washington
is going to bong.
I can see Pacers getting 8.
Wait, so the winner of 9 and 10 plays the loser of 7 and 8.
Yeah, it's wild confusing how they're doing it now.
Okay, so the winner of 9 and 10 plays the loser of 7 and 8. And whoever wins that goes to play Philly.
Philly is the weakest 1 seed I've probably seen in a while.
It's just because Ben Simmons, they need to get rid of him.
They're very beatable. Ben Simmons is good defensively, but as a point guard, I don't like. They should move him to the 4. I feel like
this shit is so confusing. I'll understand it as the weeks come through, but
I looked at it and I did not understand it either. It's so confusing how they're doing it.
I'll learn to get it throughout the weeks comes through. I don't want to harp on it too long, but I do want to see Washington and Brooklyn. I like to see, you know what I'm saying, Phoenix and LA. Memphis and Utah would be a show.
Ja versus Dom Mitch?
Yeah. And I guess whoever comes out of I don't know, man. The East is East shit is confusing. I don't know.
The East is wide open. It's not Brooklyn all the way. It's wide the fuck open.
I think the That's the Eastern Conference.
That's the Eastern Conference. Yeah, Knicks Nets. Referees, do your job. Conspire if you have to.
Yo, you stupid as shit, bro. You stupid as shit, B.
Yo, so Tyson Wilder 2 is happening. That has to happen now.
Oh yeah, because he lost arbitration. Yeah.
What happened? I've been seeing Tyson. Tyson out
They have to do them hands. They have to do them hands. That has to happen before July 15th, I think, or July 20th or something like that.
Was contractual or something like that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He has to defend the belt in a certain time frame. So it's on. So he can't go fight Joshua.
Yeah, because it's still like, man, like Kobe, they got to go through all that shit, right?
Nah, they gotta put that belt up. He gotta fight or he's stripped.
Is it crazy that I think Fury might beat him again?
No, I don't think Fury's gonna beat him again, to be honest.
I got Wilder definitely winning this time.
I think Fury might beat him.
It's gonna be so more eyes watching this shit, especially with that whole glove shit. Even if it was true or not, they're just gonna be watching this shit way more intensely. You're probably watching Fury a little bit more intensely. I feel like he's gonna change his game up just a smidgen. That Wilder is gonna come in just a different animal, bro. He got so much shit to come. Like,
Fury wild out of shape too.
Come in like revenge swinging. It actually comes to the shit tactical.
That's the thing. He swings like this. He swings like that. Like he don't swing. He don't fight like this. He fights like that.
Hopefully he heard from a lot of them OGs that was speaking on that shit after that fight, man. For real.
I think we haven't seen him for like close to a year since he got knocked out. He's been off here pretty much.
Change, yeah.
He could have been
popped back up on the grip for real.
It'd be crazy if the next time we see him is at the weigh-ins and that physique is something different.
That's true, man. I would love to see it, bro. Because definitely, we need some better boxing right now. Like this is getting really annoying. I need some real boxing.
Yeah, I don't like the Paul brothers. The Paul brothers taking over boxing, like how they try.
What's my boy named Charlo? Like where he at, man? Like I need to see some.
Ero Spence.
A lot of them boys, they getting diva like Mayweather, bro.
They Joshua should have fought Wilder years ago, but he avoided him.
Yeah, Joshua been ducking for grip. He had. That's why he fought Fury instead, because Wilder wanted Joshua first. And Joshua was like, nah, my visa, I can't go to the States.
Bunch of bullshit. He had all of his fucking like his scapegoat people just finding ways to give excuses for this shit, bro. It was so sick. It was very sick, yo.
Right, and
I like him, bro. I fuck with him as a boxer. It's just a lot of his fans be like really just giving him a lot of fucking leeways where he does not need that shit. He be looking like real pussy sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's the similar thing going on with a lot of just boxers in general doing that.
Real quick, Dark Low Harry Fraud Project dropping on Friday. We're getting some new Boldy on there, some new special.
Okay,
fuck that. Where is Trust the Soprano? Nothing else. If I see Benny take another picture,
30th.
Take another flick. If I see Ransom rant about fucking Snowfall in The Wire somewhere else, and not drop this fucking Trust.
May 30th. May 30th is what they said.
No. All right.
And then Friday we're getting Ransom and Banks off of 7, which is the project that Ransom is putting out. Pray for Haiti, West Side and Mac Homies dropping tomorrow, or should be out already because it's past midnight.
That sounds beautiful. I don't know about any new R&B coming out. Ain't nothing really crazy coming out right now that I know of. I don't know. I think Masego might be dropping something. That's all I know. I think, but you know what I mean. I've just been digging the crates, finding new artists and listening to shit. My new wave right now is Hiatus Kaito or something like that.
That Steve Lacy nigga you put me on to.
Bro, telling you, son. Let's get ready to close the joint out, man. We got 2:48. But yo, Gino, we might have to start pulling you up here for more sport for our sports convo in a row, bro. You might have to be the sports correspondent, B.
Sports correspondent.
Man, listen, when y'all talk business, hit me up, bro. I got an MBA, bro. I love talking money and stuff like that. We can talk sports though, definitely.
This nigga talking. This nigga here, dog. Sounding like Rory Mal and shit. Let me see him.
God damn, man.
No. I'm saying, I can definitely talk sports too. You a wild nigga, son. You was leading that bitch on. You led that bitch on. You took it to Canada. You took her on. She took you on an all expenses paid trip abroad.
Should have took you somewhere with no
routine and all that.
Yeah, you try to romance her and give her an intimate experience. I get it, bro. You just trying to show her, like, look, this is what could happen on a regular basis.
Could happen.
But right now, I'm not ready to do it. But I want you to know this is something.
The Sam's Club sample. The little with the toothpick.
Package.
A little toothpick. Oh, this nigga sued the toothpick. The toothpick sample.
Oh man. She got drunk at the wine tasting. That's what it was. She was just
Did you say wine, sir?
She was just supposed to sip, right? Switch and spit the wine out. She wasn't supposed to.
We don't spit the wine out.
Chill. Just chill.
My man Sue is a wild boy.
Like,
man.
just chill. Like,
you already know, man. Let's get it close.
I do me, you do you.
Oh Lord, Lord. Lord have mercy.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you,
Thanks, Gino. Always, bro.
Stay up all that good shit.
Gang shit, B. You already know, man.
All right.
Yo, Get Your Bars Off podcast, man. Thank you, everybody that was in the chat, man.
Like and subscribe.
It was a dope show today, man. For real, man. It was love today. It's happy birthday, Sue, man. Hope you had a great day, man. Happy another year.
Self-reflective Sue, too.
You got one more year before you're 30, nigga. You gotta live it the fuck up, B.
For you my age.
One more year in your 20s, B. Live it up, man. You already know, man. Get Your Bars Off podcast. It's your boy Ari Starks, Sue, Los. Yo, shout out to Joe, man. Shout out to the whole team, man. Look, Cole, all of them boys, Dre, Fries, all of them, man. And you already know where to follow us, man. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Apple Podcasts, you already know. And follow us on.
Dustin, man, we still praying for you, dog. We still praying for you, man. We love you.
Everything, man. You already know the vibes up here, bro. Gang shit, BC shit. We love you, bro.
You know,
man. You already know where to find us, man. Get Your Bars Off podcast. Get Your Bars Off pod on everything, man. We out of this joint, man.